breathe.
You gonna turn on your video?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. Yeah, we're just start now,
I have to
guys.
go
We're just gonna bullshit for a long while and talk about whatever, because it's gonna be a crazy one. A
Yeah,
lot
I
to talk
went
about.
through the entire conference. I wrote down like everything that pretty much hyped me up, and I have like 3 pages of like stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
shit.
like I've been so busy. I was like, I was surprised how many people were chatting. That was cool. I don't know if you guys were in the chat.
I was for a little
Alright.
bit until it started going beep 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 beep. I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright.
Yeah, you're good.
I was like, one chat's enough. I
Yeah, yeah.
Is it just us or is
No,
anybody
Julie's
else?
coming. I think
believe
Julie's
she,
coming.
yes, I believe she's coming. I know she missed most of the stream, if in all
Oh,
of it. I'm
Dude,
not
your hat is
sure.
fucking awesome, Dallas.
No, thanks.
White. How about General Rom? It's
I haven't even got to play it yet. It's like a 26 gig update, and
holy
something happened with my game, so I had to like uninstall and reinstall it. So it's like
26 gig
taking
update.
forever.
What the hell?
Yeah, but I think it's not just the character because they were like it's free. He's free for a week, but that's only for the people who didn't buy season 3. People who bought
Wow.
season 3, he's out for legit. He's totally out.
Yo, what's up, Travis? How's it going? Sorry, Travis.
Oh,
Travis.
it's all good. Is there a way we can see the chat too, or
Oh,
no?
I think you could you go to our YouTube channel and it'll
Oh,
show
okay.
our live stream.
I got you.
Or let me go to channel, then
Feels
video
like
manager.
every time.
Cause I was on oh, I'm just in the chat on he's talking in the GCN chat on Facebook. Travis, we can hear you, so just respond. You just say something. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up. There we go. Video manager.
Man, that whole experience just was. I loved the way they did it more than anyone, just because they always had someone come out and talk for 10 minutes
They
just
always,
to show us a minute of something. I was like,
th-
come
there was
on!
there was no talking at all. It was
Yeah,
just
I was
zero
telling.
tolerance,
Yeah.
straight to the point.
Besides
It was
That's
only
hearing
an
telling
me,
hour.
Veronica.
I'm back.
It was
I was like,
it was only an hour too. It wasn't even like a 2 hour show.
yeah, but
Right? Yeah.
goddamn, man, they showed more in that hour than anybody, and it was amazing.
I wondered after Microsoft showed the Scorpio if Sony had a backup plan. Like, all right, well, this is Plan B, and here's what we're doing. This is the only way we could really, I don't know, strike at them in a good
I
way.
love that reaction to that guy. Because he knew he wore that Crash Bandicoot shirt
Yeah.
last year, and he's like, no shirt this time. And then then they show it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Trevor said, good night, guys. Good night, man. Sad you can't stay. But thanks for stopping by. Hey, everybody gets quiet, don't they?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to save it all up. Oh yeah, that's right. We're already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
already
live.
rolling, man.
Yeah, we're already rolling.
I'm trying to save it for when everybody else gets in.
But during the Sony conference, when oh god, what the hell is his name? For some reason, I want to say Jack Trenton, but it's not Jackie T. They got where they Sean Layden. There we go. Sean Layden came out and he's walking, and I see the Crash shadow. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Like, I didn't even need to see that. I just heard the music, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, here we go. Oh, shit.
I was on my phone, so I popped up and I seen the shadow. I wasn't paying attention, and then he said they're remastering Crash 1 through 3, and I was like, oh shit! And he's like, but first let's see Skylanders, and I was like, oh man, come on, I want to see 1 through 3.
Yeah,
I
I
Crash
didn't want
is
to see
gonna look like
Skylanders.
What's that?
from
wanted to
Skylanders.
see
The remastered
the
look
actual
for Skylanders. Do you think that's going to be his look in the games?
I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be exactly the same as the old school. I think they're not gonna do much to it. I think they're gonna.
You don't think they're going to do the Ratchet and Clank treatment?
a reimagine maybe? If it's remastered, it's probably just gonna be like PS1. I don't know. Who knows? They could use the Uncharted engine for all I know. I have no idea.
How funny it was! It was. We thought that it was going to be Sucker Punch giving us the Sucker Punch on Spider-Man, but it's Insomniac. I like that.
Yeah, that
That's crazy. And we need a good Spider-Man game to like make up for Amazing Spider-Man 2, like very much. We really need it, and I was glad to see that. Totally unexpected.
Yeah.
I knew
I know.
there was rumors about Sucker Punch doing it, like you just said, but Wasn't expecting.
That was definitely a curveball. I wasn't expecting Insomniac.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh my god, now you do. I was making fun of Veronica yesterday. And who'd you say it was? You said something about video game character. Who's that? Oh, Lincoln Clay. He's a Mafia 3 main character. Veronica's like, oh, he's so hot. And I was like, oh, let me show you how you are, Veronica. Oh, Nathan Drake, so hot. And then she's like, oh, Kratos. Nah, he's okay. and then she's like,
Then she saw him with the beard.
oh,
and she's like,
Joel is so hot. And then she came in here today. She's like, you know what you said about Kratos yesterday? She's like, I was like, what? Oh, God, you think Kratos is hot now? It's because he bought his facial hair. You put a video game, you put Crash Bandicoot with facial hair, then she's good to go.
So what do you guys thought about like what do you think about Kratos having a beard and he's with his kid and he has his wife and everything?
Well, okay, just want to start on Sony's conference then, since we just got done watching it.
Let's just start with Sony's conference because that was the best one.
Well, I think we all agree here. I do think Microsoft's conference was better than last year's.
It was good, but
it was good.
Sony just nailed it, man. They always seem to do that. I mean, the biggest complaint a lot of people, from what I've been reading, are having about Sony's conference is that they just showed us a lot of games with no release dates.
Yes,
but,
this is something.
But at least they showed games, you know, like that's one good thing because, you know, a lot of like Xbox, you know, they will admit, you know, like they don't have but they showed what they had, but they showed games like that, and they just basically took out their AK-47 and just started blasting it, and all these games started coming out, and then there was no like, you know, delay, like there was no developer out there trying to act all cool, like, oh, this is this, oh yeah, we're the new hit cool team. No, it was no BS. It was just, you know, show the game, cut to it, and go. You know, like that's what I liked. It was just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
It wasn't any like anticipation.
Right.
There was a little bit. There was a little bit. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was the same thing as last year. Like a lot of games.
Rapid fire. Boom, 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 boom.
Right. It's like Horizon Zero Dawn last year. Last Guardian didn't get a release date, but they both said 2016, which one of those got pushed to 2017. So it's kind of the same. I mean, yeah, it has a year on it, but it's not an exact release date. Same thing with Final Fantasy VII.
I also made the prediction we would get a release date for The Last Guardian, and we did get one.
And then go figure, it's in October of all months.
Like Dallas was saying, he's like, holy fuck, everybody's screwed in October.
Yeah.
There's so much shit coming out in October.
That trailer looks so sad.
Oh, I know, man. It's going to be a sad story. All right, so Sony's conference, since we're going to talk about that first, since we just got done watching it, kicked off right from the get-go, and I can't even remember where it started at, first of all. It started with what was
God
the
of
first
War.
game it was? God of War, that's right. And then Nordic Exciting. What was your guys' first reaction to that?
I was
the first
confused.
thing I thought, I was like, whoa, look at the camera angle. I was like,
that's it?
Like,
me, I stood up out of my seat and I was like, because I didn't expect to see Kratos, right? I was thinking it was just going to be Nordic Exciting, some new child, and show his family and whatnot, and that's it.
Everything's all like torn to bits and everything. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, when I seen Kratos, I was like, oh shit. Like, I heard that he was not going to be in the game at all. So I was like, okay. Holy shit! What about you, Dallas? I know you like God of War games.
Yeah, I've always liked them just because it's like the PlayStation side of the hack and slash style games, and that was the one thing that kind of bugged me at first. I was like, okay, seeing this new camera angle and seeing like some of the gameplay, I was like, they got rid of hack and slash. But then I thought about it a little bit, and I was like, well, this is just like the whole new age of gaming. I was like, I guarantee by the time this trailer's ending, it's not going to say God of War 4. It's just going to say God of War.
Right. Yeah.
Sure enough, that's what it was. It's the rebirth of the whole new thing.
I hate the name. Like, I wish they would just say God of War 4.
I don't, because when numbers grow, people lose interest.
Because now, instead of saying, oh, have you ever played God of War? And then people are going to say, which one? They're not going to know what one.
Well, I'm pretty sure people are still going to call it 4. I mean, it's still the fourth installment in the series.
Yeah. It's the fourth one.
It's just next gen. That's the same thing they did with like with what was it? Weren't they doing that with Halo and everything like that too? They're talking about starting to do it like that.
Yeah, that's what they're.
It's the way they're going to start doing things. It's just like a rebirth, is what it is.
Yeah, and plus they have the little symbols around the Omega sign or whatever that is.
Yeah.
So that means something. I don't know for sure. But it's kind of just it's a child of his. It's crazy seeing him with a new child because God, what the fuck is her name? Him and his wife's Calliope. Thank you, Veronica. Remind me. Calliope, his daughter, killed both of them. I'm surprised he had a new family. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't expect any of that.
Yeah.
That's when I seen Kratos. I just kind of shit my pants. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So we kicked it off with Kratos.
What do you guys think of the miss QTE during the gameplay? There was a QTE there where whenever he got done shooting when his son shot the elf, or not the elf, but the deer, when he stabbed him and everything, there was a QTE to pat him on the back. That's why he hesitated. He had his hand there. There was a QTE there that the guy missed. I started laughing.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize that. Oh shit.
Yeah, that shit made me laugh. I was like, oh, that was another thing too that kind of bugged me about. It's not really that conference. Just when they had people demoing the game live on stage, they need to get people that can actually play these things or have played it before or something. Because when they did the Final Fantasy 15 demonstration with the boss, that guy just kept getting knocked on his ass left and right.
I was like, yeah,
bugging the hell out of me. I was like, come on, please.
Right. When I seen that, I was like, holy shit, man. Like, this is pretty bad, that demo.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It looks great, but it's just roughly played.
Yeah.
Played
that's what I seen the trailer for Sony. I was like, well, I guess it's better than the gameplay demo because they're gonna show the same thing. I was like, well, we already seen that. Kind of like with Microsoft showed Battlefield. I was like, oh, I already seen this trailer. So it was cool seeing something a little bit more different. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 looks good though.
Yeah.
There's something going on with Sony's games and children. We got like Last of Us. We got to play as Joel's daughter, and then spoiler alert: if just mute yourself for a few seconds. Well, actually, Dallas, I can't even tell you. Never mind.
Why?
Anyways, but something about games lately. In children. I don't know what it is, but Sony seems to do it right. Another thing, Last Guardian was the next thing they showed off. And Garth, you said it seems like it's going to be sad, like Bird Dog or whatever the name is, Trico.
Yeah, it looks sad. Yeah, it looks sad.
It does. If you're a big fan, go and Shadow of the Colossus.
Because I'm sensitive when it comes to animals and stuff. Even if it's fantasy animals, I'm really sensitive about that. So that would be very touching and
say it at the same time. Oh! I hear a mute. Garth got muted.
He mutes him. He's muting himself. I think
okay. I was looking at something else and I had to click over.
I'm muting myself, because there's talking in the background, so I don't want like anyone to.
Oh, you just got cut off all of a sudden. Last Guardian looks good. What is it? October it releases.
I think it's set October 16th or something like that.
Okay. And then the next game we had was Horizon Zero Dawn. They showed more the RPG kind of stuff.
That game keeps looking better and better the more I see it.
It looks good, yeah.
Yeah. It does look really good. It has a weird art style to it. Like, it looks really good, but it has a weird art style.
Did you notice the choppy frame rate in the beginning?
Yeah.
My stream actually went down really bad during that
might have been a hiccup in the stream.
It could have been the stream, but it could have been the frame rate.
Yeah, because my entire stream.
That's when it started to really. That's when it really started to really slow down.
Yeah. So that's completely open world. It looks like, anyway.
But I'm sure they'll iron that out. I like the choices that you can make in the dialogue as well.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like Mass Effect or something.
I didn't know it was going to be like that, so that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Looks like if you can help other people, other civilians out.
Guerrilla's finally starting to show potential, and as a developer, not just a
shame on you for even saying that. They have had potential for a long time.
Well, no, they've been good, but
they're
not they're more than just a company that makes first-person shooting games. They're making big. This is the biggest, most ambitious game that they've done. So
you're right.
And this possibly could be the best character that they've ever done, the best story they've ever told. So this is to prove them that they can be the guy, the guy,
Yeah. The guy, not the good guy, not the bad guy, but the guy.
Fuck that line.
I hate that line. I do. I got it. Like I don't know why I think of Lara Croft when I think of open world
Yeah, the
action games.
bow and everything like that. It does
Right.
have
Yeah.
that kind of style to it. They're starting to do that with a lot of games now.
That's true. Yeah. So
That's
I
kind
was
of
just.
the vibe I got from God of War 2 at first. It was kind
Yep.
of
Yeah.
full
A lot
Lara
of
Croft style. I was like,
How do you guys like? I was pretty impressed, honestly, when I seen this. Detroit, I thought that looked fucking awesome.
Well, let's go in order here. I just want to kind of go. Not. Well,
I
actually,
mean, do we
Detroit.
really
well,
have to though? I
you
mean,
can't really
I
go in
forgot
order.
the
You
order
skipped
after
one
that,
already.
honestly.
Well, I'm going by the
After
reviews
Horizon,
they have on the
I
Playstation.
forget because like I'm like I forgot how.
What did we miss, Dallas?
We missed. Well, I wouldn't really. I mean, we could save it for them because it was the last thing they showed. But Days Gone was actually shown.
yeah,
Oh,
Days
yeah,
Gone,
yeah. They hinted at that. You know, that was originally called Dead Don't Ride. Is
I'm
what that
glad
was
they
originally
changed the
called.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm glad
looked.
they changed
At
it.
first, I was hesitant and everything like that. I was like, it's another post-apocalyptic type of game and everything like that. And then they showed the
Right.
gameplay, and I was just like, wow, that looks crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
really,
got a
really
Last of Us
insane.
vibe. I was like, I wonder if it's in the same universe. And then I started seeing the zombies.
Yeah,
and
The
stuff.
Last of Us.
To be honest, I was
then
totally
obviously
waiting
they
for them
did.
to take a turn on that, saying Days Gone, and have like The Last of Us pop up afterwards or something
Yeah.
like that.
And then obviously they did Uncharted Golden Abyss, so it looked Uncharted gameplay,
Which one? Oh, Sony Bend. It reminded you of
Yeah.
Uncharted Golden Abyss.
No, not Golden Abyss, just like the gun mechanics and everything,
Okay.
like the shooting.
It did
Yeah.
kind of remind me of that. Now
Yeah.
that you say something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's another zombie game. We've got a lot of zombie games so far.
Are they
but
zombies or are they like
don't
a
know.
different form of a creature? Because they
I
look
don't know,
like
because that
zombies,
one
but
looked
at the
kind of
same
like
time they
super
look like
skinny and
something
crazy
else.
looking. It moved around like a monkey in a way.
The little kid
Yeah.
version of one.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was like really
it.
fast and crazy. I don't know. It seems like there's more emotion there. I felt that already. So it seems like a more emotional story. I just got that vibe, kind of like Last of Us in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to compare them just yet, but
Mm-mm.
looks good though.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
You were talking about Detroit, Garth.
Yes.
I expected to see Kira again from the original trailer that we seen in the graphics engine and all that. I expected to see more of that, but we got a totally different scene. So I'm guessing you play like multiple characters, like Heavy Rain. So that's interesting. What do you guys think of that?
I thought it looked good, man. Especially loving Heavy
pretty
Rain,
cool.
Beyond Two Souls. I'm really looking forward to a game like this. Always like having like all these different choices with multiple different outcomes and everything like that, and actually impact the world you're in. So I'm really looking forward to it, definitely.
Yeah, same here. I like the choices you can make were pretty cool, and they showed the different outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
And him getting blasted in the face from a sniper, I was like, oh shit, I didn't expect any of that. I mean, obviously no blood there, no gore. It's all
Just blue
liquids, yeah, because they're
or cyborgs and whatnot.
yeah, cyborgs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, really fucking cool. Looked really good. Obviously, you don't get much. I mean, those type of games from David Cage are more like cinematic. I mean, there's gameplay, but it's a lot of cinematic. But
Pretty much a movie.
Good.
You choose what happens, pretty much.
Yep, yeah. And a lot of people don't call those video games, but hey. One game that was, I think, believe right after that or shortly after was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Tape 1. And holy shit, I didn't expect this to even be called that. We seen the VR pop up and
first person too.
Yeah, all I got was
yeah, it's because it's in VR.
Yeah. Is it just gonna be in VR?
They said it's playable from the beginning to the end, all the way VR, but I doubt it. I bet they're just showing it off. But I'm pretty sure there will be another version of it or something.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to sell PSVR at this point.
Not everyone's gonna be able to afford that $400 headset.
No.
And Capcom's taking a risk if they make it only VR. Like they want to make as much money as possible.
They didn't make that much money on Street Fighter at all, and a lot of people are pissed off.
Poke Tournament actually outsold.
Yeah, Pokken Tournament did, and the Naruto game that came out did as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Man. And it's mainly just because people were so scarce about the characters and not getting that much content on release and everything like that. They're like, we're not paying $60 for an unfinished game.
Yeah.
That's mainly why.
Yeah.
Fuck. But do you think they learned from the reaction of Konami's PT? And like, okay, people want this kind of horror, first person.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, they got their inspiration from that.
Right, but I think this trailer looks like they've done it right so far. Like, wow, holy fuck.
Yeah, it was nice looking. I just hope
It doesn't look so gay this
touch up.
time. It doesn't look so like it doesn't,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it doesn't look.
Don't
like
hold back, Garth.
It doesn't look like a Resident Evil game, though, either, because it is first person, and it doesn't have, you don't know what characters are in it either. Like it could be like brand new, brand new characters too, but
it could be.
Who knows?
I mean, you might see Chris, you might see Barry. I mean, you never know. They have all kinds of Resident Evil games in the past few years that have been coming back out. Kind of disappointed we haven't seen no Resident Evil 2 though.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 2. That's what I've been waiting for.
That's what I've been waiting for. I think we'll see something maybe at another show coming up.
Yeah, there's still Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show and everything like that. So.
Yep, that's true. What was I gonna say? So we got Biohazard in the name too, which was unexpected. So
that's like the British.
That's the Japanese version.
Right? Yeah. I didn't know if they're gonna keep that though. Like when I seen it, I was like, "Oh, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard." So.
Yeah.
And so does that mean the Japanese version is going to be called Biohazard
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, but knowing Capcom, who knows anymore, really? No. But yeah, that was a big surprise for me. I was like, wow, didn't expect that. As soon as I seen the trailer, I was like, okay, it could be vibe from this. Is this going to be Kojima's game? I didn't know at first what to think. I was kind of on the edge of my seat.
I didn't either. I was sitting there like, is Addison Road not canceled? I was sitting there thinking of all kinds of stuff. And the only thing that I hope I hope this is still like an early video and everything like that, and they actually improve on some of the graphics. I mean, it was still a little dated, it looked, but it still looked great for being a virtual reality game.
Right.
Like, it looked pretty good. Just hope they make a little bit of tweaks here and there just to make it look a little bit more crisp. And I'm all on board, man. I love those games. You know that. And I'm down to play that if you get that $400 headset.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that would be great. There's another game I'm looking at the trailer right now called Here They Lie. They didn't show that, did they?
No.
It's Sony Santa Monica's first-person horror game. It's Here They Lie, PlayStation VR. It looks creepy as shit.
They showed they showed a couple of really good. They showed a couple of really good VR games tonight.
Right, and Farpoint, I was like, oh, okay, a first-person shooter in VR. This is interesting. Looks pretty neat, but the shooting is going to be a little wonky.
Okay, stop me if you guys disagree or whatnot, but one game that kind of just confused the hell out of me and kind of like blew me away at first, just because I wasn't expecting it. Fucking Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I was like, what game is
this? Tell me what this is.
At first, I didn't know what game it was because I was like, man, why does that main character name sound so familiar? But then I was like, and then they showed the gun, and I was like, oh yeah.
Right.
This is Call of Duty.
But at first, I seen the scope, and that's all I could see when he was walking.
First, I thought it was a VR game. Or maybe it is a VR game.
Yeah, I was thinking a VR game or some small studios doing something sci-fi and crazy.
It kind of was out of place at first.
Right.
I was like,
when I seen the gun and then I seen that that robot that grabbed you in the trailer and threw you into the doorway, I seen him and I was like, okay, this is fucking Call of Duty. And for the first time, Veronica was behind me. She was like, oh, this looks pretty fucking cool. I was like, I didn't expect any of this. Like, holy shit. So
they got pretty cool gadgets, like you can add gravity and zero gravity and stuff. So
that was interesting.
You can
I think whoever made the trailer for that they placed on YouTube should be fired. So
basically, like the scene in Killzone 3. Remember Killzone with that part in Killzone 3 where you're in space and you're floating everywhere. That's what it reminds me of.
Zero gravity, yeah, a little bit, but it's a little more fast-paced. Plus, you had space battles. I don't know how much you get to control the ships, though.
More space battles than Star Wars Battlefront. Fuck you, Star Wars Battlefront.
Well, hey now, Star Wars Battlefront's got a VR game.
Hey, yeah, man, they got a VR mission. Cool. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. On my list, well, actually, we got the Crash announcement.
Yes.
And it said remastering 1 through 3. And they didn't stand that. Sean Layden was just like, okay, you guys have been wanting this. We listened. 1 through 3 remastered. And he's like, but first, let's see the Skylanders Imaginators. And I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. I really want to know what developers are doing it because you said Activision is doing it.
Well, they partnered him up with him. I think
Yeah.
it's 1 through 3. So Sony actually owns 1 through 3 the title, but the name is owned by Activision and the IP is owned by Activision. So I think Sony's probably have one of their studios do it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm interested in seeing what studio it is,
Right.
and seeing how this does the gameplay and all this stuff when they do show the graphics. Does it still hold up from today's standards? Which I think it will, because even the old ones today, they still play very good.
Hey, really quick, Garth, on PlayStation&Pizza, did you say that Spider-Man would make an appearance?
I did, but I didn't say it was Insomniac. I said it would be by Sucker Punch.
Okay, so you would get like a half a point for that, and then and then I guess I would get a point for the Crash Bandicoot. But you still beat me though, because you said Quake would show up at.
I did say Quake. So, it wasn't the Quake that I wanted, but it was
right.
Quake.
But still Quake. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, Dallas is probably ready for that though.
Hell yeah.
There's no campaign. It's only PC.
Give me multiplayer. That's what Quake's all about, anyway.
Right? Yeah. Quake. Yeah. I have Quake 4. I mean, I barely touched that game back in the day.
Barely anybody touched that game.
Right.
That game had some issues.
So Spider-Man is like, I mean, we've seen in-game stuff, and I was like, okay, this looks pretty sick. And then I didn't catch the beginning because I was in that chat or whatever. Like Veronica said, Insomniac, and I was like, well, no, Sucker Punch has to be doing. That's the rumor. She's like, no, Insomniac. I was like,
yeah.
And I immediately thought of Sunset Overdrive, just because of like the engine.
I bet it's the same engine.
Probably.
The same engine as like
it looked better already, like
Ratchet and Clank, and more cartoony though, in a different kind of art style.
So well, did you see his eyes flex? What is that? Not the Amazing Spider-Man, but
You're talking about the way his eyes are moving? It's kind of like how they did in the Captain America movie.
Captain
what
America.
Spider-Man is that? What revisions? Like what Spider-Man is that?
The Civil War Spider-Man.
Okay.
I like that suit too. It has a big white spider on the thing.
On the back and front. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen that, and the gameplay looks cool right from the get-go. We'll have to see more. They only showed a little bit, but I'm sure they're trying to save something for coming up. I know we got Paris Games Week and stuff like that. I can't believe it's been a year already.
I know. We're already halfway through this year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's Julia, partner way in. We're doing video if you want to join us.
You missed like half of the what we talked about in the Sony conference.
I'm sorry. My brothers were here, and
oh yeah,
they were just here later than expected. So
they were just here. Yeah.
Oh, it's always fun though.
Great excuse.
Well, I promised them Minecraft if they were good today. So.
Right.
Did you catch any of the conference for Sony?
No, I missed all of Sony.
Oh.
I know.
If you decide to go back and watch anything, just go watch the entire thing.
I was going to watch it before the podcast, but
I almost shit my
pants. My brothers just left.
Don't shit your pants. I almost shit my pants at Microsoft's conference. I thought they were going to announce
when they announced
Xbox games, but I was wrong.
Hey, honestly, when they announced Crash Bandicoot, I had tears coming down my eyes.
Yeah, I did too, and Julie still let me see them, but I couldn't man up and do any of that. I felt bad. I did. I was teared up.
I'm really excited. I want to see what it looks like. Did they show like a trailer or anything?
No, what they said was we listened to the fans.
They showed Skylanders
1 through 3, and then they were like, let's see Skylanders first, and then we didn't see anything else.
So that's not a legit like Crash Bandicoot like remake. They're just remastering 1 through 3.
Yeah.
They're remastering them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't expect it to like look all like crazy or anything. Like
it might just be like trophies and a little better looking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
They gave us a half of. They gave us half of. They gave us half of a fuck you, pretty much. Like they gave it to us in a little bit, and then they gave us a hug after, because they gave us a hug first, and then they stabbed us by showing us Skylanders shit. Like, fuck off.
I believe next they had Batman VR.
Which
they didn't show.
You could tell by just the voice. You can hear Mark Hamill talking. I was like, well, we already know what this is.
Yeah, the Joker right away.
Yeah.
And Julia, we got a Spider-Man reveal. Insomniac's making.
And Julia's gone.
She goes.
She's like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go watch it.
Oh well, I don't know if she left on purpose or not.
Right.
She heard Spider-Man and she's like, fuck this.
Gone. I'm gonna go watch it. I've been waiting for another Spider-Man game, so I'm really happy for it coming out. Like watching like the gameplay of him like going through the building, like the bar, and him jumping from table to table. And
the last
through
good
the
one
window.
was like on PS2 in 2004.
No,
Spider-Man
no,
2.
no, no, no,
That
no,
was like
no,
the
no,
last
no.
good one. Or wait,
Did you
wait.
play Edge of
Shattered
Time
Dimension.
or Shattered
Yeah,
Dimension?
Shattered Dimensions.
I see.
Both
I
of
never
those games were
played those
amazing.
ones.
There she is.
Those
played
are
those
really
ones.
good.
My
Yeah.
internet like crapped out. It was really weird.
That was really weird.
Or
Yeah.
I wasn't connected to Wi-Fi. So.
Whoa, I just heard the Xbox. But I had the trailer playing. And Julia joins and the Xbox trailer starts. It's her intro.
Did you see the Spider-Man?
Oh, she hasn't watched it yet, but yeah, Sony
No.
announced
Well,
the PS4
did you hear about
Spider-Man
it
game
anyways?
from Insomniac.
I kind of everything I've heard about PlayStation was from you guys. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Kinda.
Insomniac is making it, so you like Sunset Overdrive.
really,
Yeah, it'll probably be pretty cool.
Insomniac.
I like
That's
the. I kind
interesting.
of do like the suit. The new suit's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm sure they're
Different.
going to be. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of suits to unlock.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
classic
Every
suits.
every Spider-Man game has that.
Oh,
So I
for
wouldn't
sure.
doubt it.
So the Sony's conference was really good. I think I really like the Xbox conference, but I think it was definitely second best. But I don't know what you guys think.
I'm on that ship too, man. I was
I'll have
at
to
all.
see Microsoft or Sony, but I probably agree.
Okay, Microsoft conference. Right from the get-go, since the hardware got leaked, they just said, fuck it. They showed the Xbox
Here's a
One S.
Slim.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. I like the way it stands up. I didn't expect them to
And
do
it's
that.
actually a lot smaller. It is a lot smaller.
It's a lot
compared to
smaller than I have the leaked pictures. I thought it was
Yeah.
a little smaller, but it's a lot. So holy shit.
The One
Yeah.
S.
Yeah.
It is
How
a lot
small?
smaller.
Like
It's 40%
PlayStation.
smaller.
40%. Yeah.
I
Like
think
probably
it's smaller than the PlayStation.
a little bit smaller than
Like
the
the
PlayStation 4, probably.
PlayStation 2 Slim
my-
or whatever.
Oh, I don't know
Not
about
that small. No.
Here's my here's my thing about it. When I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, that's the Scorpio. That's badass." But then later on, I was like, someone said, "Oh, but they're bringing out the more stronger system the following year," and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why couldn't they just do that? Like,
Right.
Yeah, there's no point.
Because like it like
Money.
who wants to buy that when they could get the Scorpio?
Right.
the
Well, they
following
did
year,
a survey. Multiple people.
Like
I
it's
think,
so
GameSpot, and said,
weird
yeah.
and odd. I don't
Would
get
you
it.
buy the One S this year, or wait until next year to the Scorpio? And 60% said they would wait.
Man,
So that's the
yeah.
majority of the audience speaking.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yes, yeah, I just don't get that at all. Like,
Well,
I don't get it.
tons of people are going to buy this. Moms are going to go out and buy C299.
Yeah.
They're gonna, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's cheap as hell, and it's 2 terabyte hard drive and
Shit.
everything like that. That's
And
pretty damn
4K
good.
video, like you
Yep,
can't.
4K.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Netflix
it's
is gonna
pretty
go all
cheap,
4K
too.
here pretty soon.
Yeah.
300,
It's
I'll probably
definitely
get
nice.
one.
You know, it's a nice smaller design, which is nice.
And yeah, me and Garth are totally wrong about PlayStation. We thought the Vita was going to get a price drop to like 100.
They didn't
didn't
mention the
$100
Vita one time.
Even the PS3, nothing.
Fuck you. They didn't mention the Vita one time.
Not even the PS3, which I was surprised.
Greg Miller made a prediction, said that the Vita would only get mentioned 3 times, didn't get mentioned 1 time.
No, I didn't at all. And
Maybe
you know what,
there's
guys?
stuff on the show floor for the Vita.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
And Julia, when you see Sony's conference, it's weird because you hardly see anybody come on stage and talk. It was just games.
It was just
trailer,
games.
trailer.
Trailer.
They probably
Really?
talked like 3 times. Like they didn't bring any developers saying how cool they were, how badass they were. Let's rock ass, let's kick ass.
They didn't
no,
just
they
dance.
They just said fuck this, just show the game. They don't care about us.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is kind of cool.
That's what they did. I like that style though.
The next on Xbox, we got the Design Lab, the Xbox wireless controllers. I was
I'm
like,
excited
fuck.
for that.
And you can engrave your names on there.
So-
I was
so
like,
how
yeah.
does that-
Okay, but how much is that?
Explain. I didn't.
Yeah,
I have
it's
no
gonna
idea.
it's gonna be expensive. I guarantee.
It's gonna be like
Probably like
$65 per color.
No,
Not only
no,
that,
I
it's
don't-
probably going to
it'll
be
like
engraving. It's probably like $20 extra.
It'll probably be 150 for the whole controller, and by that point,
Jesus
you might as well just buy an
Christ.
Elite. Just
Yeah.
buy an Elite controller.
That's
There's,
so stupid.
like-
I'll just paint mine.
There you
Thousands
go.
of different designs and color
Fuck it.
combinations.
I can get acrylic paint for $1.25.
Right.
Fuck it.
And then they also announced after the Gears trailer, which we'll get into in a minute, was the Xbox Elite wireless controller for Gears of War 4, which looked crazy cool. The scratch marks on it and everything.
Yeah, it looked really sick.
Yeah, it
really
looked
cool.
fucking awesome. Then Gears of War 4, they fucking started the show off with that after the hardware. And man, Gears of War 4 looks fucking insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the fact that it's cross-play with PC people with the Windows 10 and everything like that, it's cross-buy as well. You buy it on one thing, you get it for both.
Yeah,
That's
I love how they
amazing.
did
They're
that.
doing
Oh,
that with a
really?
lot of- yeah, they're doing
That's
that with a
another
lot
thing
of-
too.
I'm kind of surprised by that.
You see, that's another
Yeah.
thing. I feel like that's a bad move because I feel like a lot of people in the comments are like, why should I get an Xbox when I could just get it just build a PC
Hey,
or something?
Microsoft's making money
right.
either way.
Right. I just don't think that's the point. I think what they're going for is that, hey, I have a buddy that plays PC and I'm on Xbox One and we can't play together, but now we can. I think that's what they're trying to get
everyone
out.
to come together is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's just bringing everyone together. And they even mentioned other consoles too. I mean, they didn't want to say Sony or PS4 or
they said
Nintendo.
whoever's willing to accept it, they're on board.
Yeah, so like third-party games, they were trying to mention that, hey, you all can play together. So which was very nice for them to do that. They didn't have to, but they went out of their way to do so. So yeah, fucking Gears of War. The storm looked crazy cool. The fucking particle effects, I was blown away, dude. I was like, this is so sick.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they give you the option to block matchmaking with PC players because I don't think that's going to be fair at all.
No.
Nope,
PC players are going to stomp the shit out of everybody.
I'm surprised they're doing that with the multiplayer. That's going to be crazy.
Hey, in Horde Mode 3.0,
you're going to need it. Yeah, we'll have Dallas over on PC, and he's like, fuck it, man, I got you guys. So, he's like, I'm not using the controller, fuck that.
I'm clicking the reload!
I'm clicking the reload. Clicking it. Oh, man. What else did we get right after that?
I called what was coming after that. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I guarantee they're going to show Gears of War 4, and then immediately after, someone from Iron Galaxy is going to come out and announce ROM for Killer Instinct. Sure enough, right back to back. I knew it. I didn't expect for him to come out today, though.
Man, you hear all the people cheer for KI. I was like, that's good.
I love that fucking game. That game is amazing.
And he said almost fucking 7 million people. That's impressive. That's awesome.
No mention of no mention of Crackdown 3 whatsoever.
Oh yeah, that was sad, man. I was bummed about that, dude.
That was surprising, actually.
That was because they had behind closed doors at was it Gamescom last year? They had all the destruction video and everything for people to see, which we haven't really had to see much of. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully everything's good. That's for sure. Not much longer after that, we did get to see like Recore. Kind of, it was weird how they showed Recore again.
It looked more Metroid-esque and everything with like platforming and everything.
Platforming looked awesome. It was weird how they showed it. It was like animated
I didn't
scenes,
see any
like
gameplay yet because I didn't actually watch the conference, so I didn't actually see the gameplay. So describe to me what the gameplay is.
Okay, imagine like Beyond Good and Evil mixed with
it was a third-person
Metroid,
like adventure platforming shooter type of thing.
But it looked like something you would dig, Garth. Like platforming you would love.
Look up the trailer. You'd like it.
It was weird because they like reimagined the original trailer and then showed some artistic color slates over it, and then they showed new gameplay at the same time. And it was kind of weird that they did that. I thought they were gonna have some big reveal, and then at the end they showed a date, which will be coming out this fall. So I was surprised to even see that.
Okay.
Let me check the date on this actually.
I swear if you say October.
Hold on.
November.
See the games montage I clicked on. Fucking. There we go.
November wouldn't be any better.
Why November?
Not games montage. I don't want to say that.
You'll still be broke from October.
Yeah.
What makes you think you're going to have money in November or December?
I got like 6 games coming out and the PlayStation VR. I'm broke.
I got a child coming out. Gamefly, here I come.
Yeah. I need to start saving up now.
Yeah.
Man, show me it. I don't want to see the games montage. That's they're like right on the cover. I accidentally clicked on that. Don't hide Recore from me.
Don't do it. But yeah, watch that trailer, Garth. Look that up. Looks pretty good. Okay. And I know you didn't care too much about it, Chris, but they showed some more scale-bound gameplay.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
The only thing was that here's why I say it bothered me a lot was because the main protagonist, the way he looks, the way he acts, and the voice was killing me the whole time.
It's Dante, technically, the new
kind
Dante.
Kind of, yeah. I like Dante a lot better. And I was like, oh, this guy's killing me right now.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's kind of maybe it'll be like.
He just seems very douchebaggy and like not interesting. I don't like his voice.
But he's like, okay, wouldn't you have a big ego if you could ride dragons, Chris?
I probably
Not to mention you can transform and get dragon armor and shit like that.
Okay, it's September 13th is Recore, so you'll be a little broke. There's something else comes out September right before that.
Yeah,
it's another
Final Fantasy does.
Oh, Final Fantasy, yeah.
There's
and I think
something else.
Hold on, I think Forza Horizon 3 comes out right before that. I could be wrong, but I think it does. I'll have to look into that. So yeah, Scalebound was shown, and it looked massive though. I will say that. Holy shit!
Yeah, that
looks,
big boss fight looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks
Scalebound's gonna be fun.
crazy.
Yeah, especially with 4-player co-op, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it'd be a lot funner with friends for sure. 4
Yeah,
players is pretty impressive with the scale.
It's the same thing for the next game, Sea of Thieves. I think that game will be a lot of fun with people. I don't think I could play it solo, just because I'd probably get bored. But I think definitely with people, that game you could have a lot of fun with.
Yeah, that game looks. It looks kind of like Minecraft meets Pirates in a way.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. Forza
like
Horizon 3 comes out September 27th. So that's right before October. You're fucked. That's crazy. Too many games, September and October.
Yeah.
Especially Xbox. So you're gonna be pretty busy in September.
Yep. Like we were talking about before, Final Fantasy 15, they showed that gameplay of that guy failing hard.
Oh yeah, I was just like, man? He's just getting smashed back and forth. He was trying to teleport through him.
Yeah, and he kept just getting knocked on his ass. I was like, come on, man. But hey, we got. What did you think of the VR for PlayStation? By the way, it looked kind of weird. I mean, I kind of like how they kind of like for Final Fantasy VR.
Oh yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, it just looked like maybe you could switch from third person to first person. I'm not sure how that works.
I think that's a separate thing for that character only.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, it looked neat. I think a lot of people were actually responding good to that. I was looking at the comments, and they were saying like, "Oh, this is really cool, right up my alley." And I'm just like, maybe not for me, but I mean, it looked okay. Looks a little messy.
As long as it's something you don't have to. As long as it's something you don't have to buy, and you got to think about it. A game that looks as good as what Square does usually. It's it would be probably hard to make something look really, really just as smooth in virtual reality. So I can see why it kind of looked a little clunky. I agree, but I don't think it's that bad for like how the character works. I mean, he's all about that gun and everything like that. That's usually how he is from the trailers we've seen.
Right. Yeah.
I think if that's kind of your thing and you don't have to pay extra for it, if you have like a VR, if it's like an option, if you have the VR headset and then you have the game and you're playing, and it's just an option to play as that character, then by all means. But is it going to be like that? I don't know. They didn't say anything. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It still looked cool. Like graphically looked okay. But it's just like turning your head, and the pistol seemed a little off. I don't know. Maybe it was just whoever was playing the game.
Yeah.
It still looks pretty neat. Possibly not up my alley, but hey, if you can get more out of Final Fantasy 15, so be it. That's good.
Yep.
Moving back over to the Microsoft conference, so we get too lost. Speaking of VR. Julia's probably excited about that. Minecraft Realms was kind of announced.
Yeah.
They showed off bring fast and easy cross-device multiplayer between iOS, Android, Windows 10, and Gear VR, which they're kind of hinting right away. I know they showed them on a PC with the Oculus, but I was like, eventually they're going to get to, speaking a little bit on the Scorpio being able to handle Oculus, which it will. I'm sure that it's going to be a no-brainer with the power behind that thing.
Yeah, 6 teraflops.
I was like, holy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess they didn't mention PlayStation in here, but they said all platforms, so maybe it will be PlayStation playable with Xbox, and maybe even from Vita to iOS. I don't know, but
yeah, they said all platforms, so I was wondering if that means.
Yeah, they didn't mention PlayStation at all, but I would assume anywhere where Minecraft's
from the details here, this is iOS, Android, Windows 10, and Gear VR. So maybe not. I'm not sure. Well, maybe who knows? They might just left that out in general.
Yeah.
Or maybe coming later. Who knows?
Yeah, but then we get a return of Frank West with Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, that's been leaked all week, and I was impressed by that gameplay. Especially the Christmas atmosphere was cool.
The only thing that I have an issue with is coming from playing all of the Dead Risings and everything. Dead Rising 3 really took it to a whole nother level with just like crazy customization options and just wacky gameplay in general, and it kind of seems like they're focusing a lot on that right now.
Right.
I kind of hope they stick to like a really good story and everything like that too along with it. I mean, I don't mind fucking around and like having a lot of fun with all the different customization options. It's just I hope they do have that as well. That's all I'm saying.
That would be cool. I really liked the candy cane crossbow thing. That was cool. I was like, that's awesome. I've seen them
like
all in there.
I've seen flamethrowers. Yeah,
I've seen driving a dirt bike through the mall. That was pretty dope. I was like, oh, going back to the old days. Nice.
Yep.
That
looked
was
cool.
Awesome.
Looked really fun.
Well, speaking of Sea of Thieves, real quick, They didn't show a release date, but I think they distracted us with the YouTuber guys up in the corner, which is kind of annoying. So they didn't show a release date for that, which I was surprised. I'm assuming maybe it'll come like next, like 2017 holiday. Who knows? I thought that would come out this year, but nothing on that, sadly.
Yeah.
Anything else that really catch before we like jump into the Scorpio stuff? Anything else catch your eye on the
I was kind of I've always wanted to like get State of Decay, but I was always hesitant because it was something I think I would lose interest in for a little while. But I'm glad that now that with State of Decay 2, they're bringing co-op in with it, like a 4-player co-op option, which is amazing. That game would be a lot of fun, I think, with more people to play with.
I remember the first time I heard about that game, I was like, I'm thinking about buying it. I was trying to play co-op, but he was like, sadly, it's only single player. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's kind of ruined it for me too.
Yeah, I have it. I started playing it more on 360, but when I seen the newer version, better version, remastered was coming out, I totally stopped playing it, and I haven't even played it since. But I have it for Xbox One. So.
Yeah, and then the Harada came out, Bandai Namco, and showed off Tekken 7's little story setup and everything like that, which was pretty cool. And
you had what's his face?
Akuma with Hayashi. Yeah. Akuma's been announced for a while. Everyone's pretty much known about that. They're just trying to show off the story and how it works, going from gameplay to story. And along with that, he gave us the release date for America. Finally, we have to wait till next year. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, Japan has it already, pretty much. But along with that, it was kind of cool going with the whole backwards compatibility. The Xbox One, they made it to where Tekken Tag 2 is available for all gold members this week for free. So if you don't have it, go download that right now.
Yes,
the game's amazing.
And now they also named Gwent, which is the Witcher card game.
Yeah, Gwent.
People were wanting that. There's a huge fan base for that game alone. They were making, like he said on stage, like people actually made physical cards.
I heard that. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
What's that? We Happy Few or?
I was actually going to say that next. That was my favorite game of the entire.
That one looks good.
You can play it on Steam right now. Like it's been on Steam for like a few months now. Yeah, it's been on Steam for a while.
I heard you guys talk about it before, but I couldn't remember if it was. I just couldn't remember.
Right, you're a big BioShock fan, right?
This is right up that alley. He's muted.
Oh, if he he should watch the trailer. We Happy Few. That game.
You get that vibe definitely from
creepy.
That and Dishonored together is like a big mix.
I heard a crazy rumor today. I mean, it's not like out of this world or anything, but if you love music and video games, the guy who does the music for Killer Instinct, or who did the music for Killer Instinct, he actually left, Mick Gordon, he left Killer Instinct to go and do the music for Doom. So the music that's in Doom and everything, there was rumors saying that he's actually going to be doing the music for System Shock.
Oh wow!
And if that's the case, I'm going to be pumped playing that.
That's sick. Yeah.
I love his music. His music is crazy.
So good. I love Doom. And Killer Instincts. They're right at my alley.
Yeah. Yeah. So that gets me pumped for that game even more. So.
Tell him to go do the music for Scalebound.
With the whole announcement of, I know it's kind of getting off topic of Microsoft, but it kind of goes with, since I'm already mentioning Doom and Fallout 4 getting VR, that alone blew my fucking mind, because those games are going to be intense in the whole virtual reality world.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to focus on
VR.
I'm not going to be able to focus while playing VR with Doom, because the music, I'm going to be sitting there like this the whole time, and I'm like, I can't see it. It's going to be, man, and I'm looking forward to it. And this year alone, E3 is just blowing the past few years out of the water, I think. I mean, we keep getting these awesome announcements, and I'm just so happy with where we're at in gaming right now and how far it's come.
Yeah.
Weird
dusty dolls to ladies.
That was funny.
So I was like, oh, what the fuck? That's awesome.
Yeah, and you say you wanted to go into the Scorpio thing?
Oh yeah. When they had the developers talking and stuff, it was really neat. And then they said 6 teraflops, 8 gigs of DDR. I mean, that's the same, but fucking 6 teraflops is a lot of fucking power. I'm sure it's gonna have like 2 terabytes.
Teraflops is a made-up word.
What?
Teraflop sounds like a made-up word.
It's not.
It's empty, woman.
The first
Put it
time
I know,
out.
but
teraflops was
teraflops.
and it was like,
Teraflops.
for the PS4. I
Teraflops.
was like, that thing's gonna have 2 teraflops. That's crazy. But yeah,
Teraflop.
teraflop. I can't remember exactly what it stands for exactly, but it sounds awesome. But the memory of that thing is gonna be the same. But 4 Ultra 4K HD is going to be completely 4K, not like half-ass upscaled, nothing like that. So that means most likely Oculus Rift support. You're just going to be able to hook up a VR.
I'm just hoping they don't use. I don't want Oculus, man. I want the Vive.
I'm guessing it will because they're already partnered with the
I know.
Xbox controllers and all that. And plus, oh god, it's Garth's boyfriend, the creator of Fallout. What's his name again?
He's here.
Garth?
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, yeah, he was on there and he was like, to see, Fallout 4 in its true image in VR on Scorpio and all that, and I was like, oh, well, that pretty much confirms it. They didn't say anything specific, but you're going to see Oculus most likely.
Yeah.
So, you think by the time they release Scorpio, PlayStation will have already come up with their own?
Well, VR for PlayStation is releasing in October.
But, like...
She's talking about
Day
the
before.
console, I think.
Oh,
teraflops and...
Oh, well, Neo said, like, it was like 4 teraflops with their specs. 8 gigs.
They'll
DR.
raise it. They'll raise it now.
Oh, I don't know.
So by the
They
time
said-
Scorpio comes out, there's going to be a competition between Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah,
They
I think
might wait a
Sony
little
held
bit.
back on purpose. They said, it's not going to be E3, but I think they did it on purpose because the rumors of Microsoft that it was going to be 4 times as powerful as the Neo. So I think Sony was like, oh, well, let's get our card deck back together and start over. Because I don't think Sony wants to be super far.
Yeah, they want to at least keep up with it, or at least I hope they match up, man. I really do.
Something. Yeah, we'll see what
I
happens.
don't want to be held back in any gaming experience.
Yeah.
I want it all. To
Another
keep going
console
forward.
war.
It doesn't even have to be
Yeah.
about that, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's going
all
to
in
be
the-
that.
That's all in the head of
Never
the
about
people.
that
It's not even
anymore
about
for
that.
me. Yeah. Yeah.
As
so
long as you like what
I
you're
have
playing,
both, and
who cares?
hey, and it doesn't matter if you're listening to this and you're just like, oh man, this console bullshit. Just keep your old stuff. You're gonna be able to play all the games. Yeah, they won't look as good as the newer consoles, so, but you're still gonna be able to play your games on your Xbox One. So enjoy. So,
Yeah.
but sadly, it's like an end to a generation in a way already. It's like enjoy this year because next year is gonna be way different. Everybody's gonna be jumping ship most likely to Neo and Scorpio, but. I guess that's how the times are changing, and we got to kind of adapt with it, sadly. Hopefully they have some kind of upgrade program that we can switch
The
to.
Xbox One S comes out, this holiday?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so soon.
It's only $300 though. You can trade in.
I know, but I'll
Yeah,
probably
you can-
just buy one, and then when the Scorpio comes out, trade in my 2 Xbox Ones and my Xbox One S.
Right, yeah, especially if you want the 4K.
I might as
movie
well.
Streaming
You're
and stuff.
investing for the future.
Yeah, I mean,
Slowly but surely.
$300 now is going to be $100 later. So.
Right. Yep.
That's true.
I might take a bunch of my stuff, and if I can't afford it, I will try and take a bunch of my shit and put it towards PlayStation VR. So we'll see what
You have
happens.
a baby on the way, though.
That's why I said take all my old gaming stuff and throw
Yeah,
it
the
towards
PlayStation VR. Yeah,
So
I
I get
agree.
rid of a bunch of stuff that's taking up space and throw it at a little headset.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll take my baby and like, look at this. She's like, wow. No, I won't do that. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Dan Riker from Giant Bomb, he was like, I was sitting there playing my 3DS and I had the 3D on and he just had a baby. And he looks over and his child was looking at the 3DS and he's like, oh God. His child was like
Freaking out.
he's like, oh God, you can't see that's going to hurt your eyes. The baby was just freaking out. But, anyways, I think, also we've seen Battlefield 1, the same trailer at Xbox. But I am impressed with that game. Holy shit, the multiplayer looks crazy good.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the stream that they played after the.
Fucking Snoop Dogg was getting super fucking high.
Yeah, him and Wiz
EA
Khalifa
had-
were sitting there smoking,
EA
passing
was-
back and forth. Hey man.
Yeah. Well,
EA
shit. Before we move on, do you guys anything else about the Microsoft conference that you were like we have to talk about?
The only thing is like a few things that
I was
they're
unaware.
adding to the console
Right.
or to the what do you want to call it, the software or whatever.
All right.
They're getting their background music finally.
Yeah,
which
that's true.
that's just something we needed. They're getting their own LFG, look for group. So if you have you're playing Destiny or anything like that, you need people to play with, but you don't like socializing with people that much. You can find people to play with using this.
So it's kind of like what communities on PS4, pretty much. They're calling it.
Yeah, but LFG is like a legit program that people use for Destiny to get raids together and everything like that. People try and do the same thing, so they're just giving you easier access to that. They got clubs, which is pretty much like clans type of stuff.
Okay.
And then they got arena. So if you're into any type of competitive games, you can get tournaments going and stuff right off your Xbox with ease, pretty much.
That's what reminds me of Sony came out with a thing a while back with their event or their firmware update. It's called Live Event, and they always have you can sign up for it right there, and then when the event starts, it'll warn you, hey, your event starts in a couple days or a day or so or 30 minutes, and get you all set up for that. It's just pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that arena stuff. I think we also missed the ID at Xbox. They showed Cuphead again, which I'm always excited for.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game to come out already.
Yeah, it's not just boss battles anymore. There's actually platforming levels, so that's cool. A game called Risk Takers. There was Rule Breakers, and God damn it, there's a couple other games. I can't remember, but there was a bunch of good games they showed. Looked interesting for ID at Xbox. So it looks like they're treating their indie program pretty good.
Yeah.
Outlast, by the way, was there. Outlast.
Outlast 2.
Yeah, Deliver Us to the Moon was another space simulator type of thing. Flint Hook. Far, which they didn't show much of. What else was there? Slime Rancher, which looked kind of...
Oh, yeah. That would look fun.
Yeah. Shadow Tactics. The Culling, which is going to be one thing I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people on Twitch play it.
I would love to play that with you and Julie or something on the I'm sure it'll be a preview program or something first. But if you have it on PC, you can play anywhere. You can play with your Xbox buddies as well. Don't want to really miss anything on this. What else was there? Beacon, which looks interesting, top-down platforming type of thing.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley, looks like a RPG farming kind of thing.
Stardew Valley's finally coming to consoles. Good.
Oh, that's what. Okay, yeah, I remember
that.
Oh, shit, yeah.
That's a game Julia would like for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hand of Fate 2, which we got Hand of Fate a while back. It's 3D hack and slash, but with cards at the same time. It was free with Games with Gold a while back. Below is another one. That game has been announced for a while. Nice to see that. Oh man, I think got everything covered pretty much. That was it. ID at Xbox.
I don't know. Are we done with the whole PlayStation side of things? Since we.
Oh, you can break some of the outside. Julia was.
I was saying because we missed pretty much only one thing.
Oh my God! How do we miss that?
Yeah, I was waiting. You skipped straight to Xbox. I was like, "Are we gonna talk about it later?" Or?
I can't believe I forgot about that. I guess there's so much on my mind, dude.
Yeah, after that big slap in the face from them with the whole Crash Bandicoot thing, Hideo Kojima comes down from the stars.
Did you see the way he walked in there?
Yeah, he came
I hit
in
that stage all lit up, and he's walking.
Yeah, that dude in the crowd was crying. He's just like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful."
I was like, "Oh my God!" That was the only time I ever heard a different crowd chant "Holy shit!" besides wrestling.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
And then he shows the trailer for his new game, little teaser, and out of nowhere, which I knew they were still doing something because they've been teasing it like crazy. You see Norman Reedus, a naked Norman Reedus,
booty and all,
booty and everything.
His fucking handprints all over his butt cheeks and stuff.
What?
Watch the trailer.
He had a baby in his hands and he was crying and
that was hooked to him by a black wire. Like his umbilical cord was like a black wire that's hooked to him and he's just holding it and crying.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like a big oil spill, like something went wrong with the
I don't know, there's something going on. You see these five figures standing in the background.
Yeah.
Just floating in the sky.
Yeah.
And they're just called Death
But do you see his pee-pee?
No, they go right down to his waist. He looks down and it shows his inner thighs and then it cuts off there and then it shows his right there at the bottom of his stomach to his waist. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Just
we
got
haven't
all
seen that
Norman, no
much, man.
Reedus.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised we seen that much. That's crazy.
It looked amazing though, like just the way the graphics was. I was like, holy shit! The engine he's using is top notch for sure.
Yeah, when I seen Norman, I was like PT, but I was like, no, it's gonna be something totally different. And we seen 4 bodies in the sky, kind
Like
of floating
just floating there, yeah. But
Yeah, and
hey,
then
maybe
they-
it's still that
yeah.
type of game though. You
Yeah,
never know.
and then they showed Norman Reedus's chest or stomach area and had a scarf and a cross shape. So he's been cut open and something happened.
Hmm.
I don't
He
know.
had
Maybe he had that
Sounds
baby.
creepy.
Maybe
You know that
he had
vocal
that
cord was
baby.
there. Maybe he had the baby. That was, you know.
I was a
Setting there.
woman.
Norman Fetus.
Norman Fetus. That's good.
Hashtag Norman Fetus trending worldwide.
I wonder if that's a thing already, because that's
It
actually,
might be. I
that's
just kind of
actually-
came up with it, so.
I'm typing it in.
That was really good. Right off the top of your head, that was really good. Yeah, so it was Death Stranded, right?
Yeah,
Did you notice
Death
the dog
Stranded.
tags around Norman Reedus'
yeah, he
neck?
had like multiple.
So does that represent all the Metal Gear games, and then saying like "fuck you"? This was my,
Well,
you
it's
know.
funny you say that because I was actually thinking whenever Hideo Kojima first came out, the only thing he really said at first was "I'm back." And
Right.
that, if you go back to the Metal Gear trailer for Phantom Pain, when they first showed Snake, he actually said, "I'm back." And then he's like, "I kept you waiting," or something like that. So I was like, I think that's a little tidbit to that. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm glad to
Yeah.
see him already showing us something. He just got done with his big old tour around all the different like Sony devs and everything like that, just to see what engine he wants to use. And
Oh yeah, he went on like a world tour to see like
Yeah.
what kind of technology.
now it's just time. Now we just got to see gameplay. Like, what's this big creation that he's been making and everything like that.
Right. Somebody in the comments on that video said Silent Hills without Konami. I'm sorry for losing hope in Kojima. Why would you ever lose hope in him?
Never.
Oh, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's interesting. I can't believe I forgot about that. That's crazy. Garth, what did you think about that? Mr. Silent Man. He
Keeps
died.
muting himself.
He's not here.
He's like, fuck it. He's too busy stuffing his face with a hot pocket or something.
Well, there is no hashtag Norman Fetus, but there is actually a person on Twitter named Norman Fetus.
Gross. What a gross name.
What did you think of Death Stranding, Garth?
That was pretty awesome. Yeah. I was like,
Did you shit your pants a little?
no, I didn't.
Is that another prediction you made? I can't remember if you said Kojima will come out. I'll have to.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said, I think Kojima.
It was
I
in my
think you
thoughts,
did,
but
yeah.
I never.
Yeah.
It was in my
Yeah.
thoughts, but I never.
Yeah, I think Dallas
never
did on the
said it.
GamesCast. I think so.
We didn't see any Last of Us 2. I was really surprised that we didn't see any some of those indie titles that they always announce.
Yeah, it was just
You know
game
how
back
so-
to
you
back to
know
back
how
stuff.
You know how Sony always announces their indie games. They didn't announce any.
Yeah, I know. That's why they didn't
It's
show
really
anything. Well, you also got to realize maybe they got all these big games out of the way, and yeah, Paris Games Week and stuff coming up. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, and Julia, you weren't here for this, but they are actually doing Resident Evil 7 VR, and it actually looks pretty.
No.
Yeah, it
Are
looks.
they really?
It looked like
It
PT.
looks kind of like PT. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
that sounds
it has that
a little
kind of vibe.
scary.
Well, it is in VR, but we're thinking that it's just going to be like controller support as well.
Yeah.
But they just showed it off in PlayStation VR, so it's going to probably be a
It's gonna
selling.
I'm gonna
fully playable
Play
VR.
it and my heart's gonna stop and I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you got to watch that trailer. The whole time I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, as soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna go watch the Microsoft or the
Sony.
PlayStation
The EA conference.
Yeah.
That was the bologna sandwich of the entire
I saw
event.
EA and I saw
Microsoft?
EA and Microsoft.
Oh, Microsoft. Yeah, fucking EA, man. Jesus Christ. I was
EA only had 3
Mass
things
Effect
going for
was-
that whole thing. Battlefield,
Ubisoft was
Titanfall,
okay, but
and
then
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
but EA was like the drizzling shits.
You know, when I seen
Titanfall looked
Titanfall,
good.
yeah, when I seen Titanfall single player, I wasn't too interested, but it's probably gonna be good.
Titanfall's screwed. That
but-
game's not gonna do anything good because Battlefield comes out a week after that.
I
So,
don't
like,
think so.
so
Garth.
people
I
are
think
gonna like.
Titanfall will have its
So
audience.
people are.
It'll
So
be all right.
that-
You're
they
talking
have
about
to-
2
they
different
have-
shooters, very
They have to
different
delay
shooters.
that game. They have to delay
No,
that game
no.
until
I
like
think
February, March.
Titanfall is a totally different
Because
audience.
people are gonna abandon ship and go on the Battlefield like
No.
a week
Well,
after.
I mean, maybe the casual shooter, but the Titanfall hardcore fans, which there's a few million of
Which
them.
really is.
Not to mention
game's kinda really dead
PlayStation's
right
finally getting Titanfall. I don't think it's.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah. There's plenty of people that are hyped for Titanfall also. I've heard nothing but that. Like, oh,
I
it's
think they should.
coming on PlayStation
I
now,
think
so-
they should delay the game to make
Yeah.
EA like EA's taking a blow to their own selves by doing that. Like,
I think EA
we
is
have
just trying to
EA.
make sales and
I
overcome
keep
Call of
leaving on accident. Sorry.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have any problem.
Like I said, I think that they should just polish it up and wait for like February or something. That way, EA gives Battlefield its own nice run with no
Right.
other. Even though yes, you have Call of Duty, but that's like 3 shooters around all in one.
Well, I think they're in a
month
better
span.
place than Tomb
It's
Raider. Tomb Raider was last year, so I
Yeah.
think they'll be all right. So, yeah, Battlefield was the other exciting thing. That looked great as always. World War I setting looks insane. The second trailer, I wasn't too impressed with it. Like it was the first trailer, I thought the song was a bad choice.
It doesn't fit the game at all. It's so out of
Yeah.
place.
Right. I think they should
I
have
also
chose
don't like-
a
I
song
also
from the
don't-
20s or something.
I also don't like the announcer in there during the game as well. It just seems so like
Oh, the female voice.
like
liked
like Destiny it Halo it doesn't fit the game at all.
Really, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. That's just,
It needs like a voice that would fit that era.
I tell you what it
doesn't,
needs.
doesn't really fit
It
the
needs
era at all.
Cortana.
No.
That'd be good to go. I would play it even more.
She'll be on your Xbox soon enough.
Yeah, I saw
I know.
something last week that Cortana was coming to Xbox, and all I thought was, well, Chris will be happy.
Veronica's gonna
Not
come
the
here
same
because you can
Cortana,
use a
though.
headset instead of the Kinect, so I'm just gonna be in here playing, talking to her. Who are you talking to? Don't worry about it, baby.
Mhm.
Cortana. Hey, Cortana.
You know her name
how are
around
you
here, around the hood.
today?
It's Cortana.
Cortana.
Cortasha.
It's Cortasha. That's awesome. No, that's so cool. You use the headsets. I was wondering if Xbox Slim was gonna have Xbox One S is gonna have a speaker into it where you can just yell at your Xbox instead of Kinect. You notice they didn't show any kind of Kinect support or nothing for that thing.
No, Kinect's kind
I
of
wonder
like.
if it's gonna have any kind of attachment though for a Kinect. Anything.
Good.
I
I'm
doubt
glad
it.
that
I think so.
they didn't mention Connect.
I wonder if that's why it's so cheap. There's no anything internal.
What if you can use the old Kinect?
Yeah, you probably can. I mean, the Kinect
Since it's just
mainly
a
is just
USB
for lazy
hookup.
people anyway. No one really plays the Kinect games anyway. It's just so you can
Right.
say, hey, record this, or hey, turn my TV on, or something like that. It's
Don't
pretty
get me
much
wrong,
all
I
it
would
is for
still
now.
love to have a Kinect just to even yell at my Xbox and say launch this game or that's what I do on PlayStation all the time and I don't know why I do it. Like the other day I was like, PlayStation, NBA 2K7 or NBA 2K16 and just launch this. I'm like,
I
why am I
did
If you're
that
wearing a
one time.
headset, you can do that anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
that big of a deal.
That's
I
true, yeah.
accidentally did it the other day when I was wearing my headset playing Overwatch, and I was like, I said something, I was like, where the hell's my music or something like that. All of a sudden, it starts opening Spotify. I was like, whoa! No, you're closing my game. Don't do that. No.
Oh yeah, with your headset on.
Yeah, I was like, damn it. It's
Music. But I just told my PlayStation, I'm like, Hell Satan, and it thinks I'm saying something station. I say, Hell
Yeah.
Satan. And then it just pops up like for a command. EA, we keep moving away
That
from
was
EA
pretty
now,
much
'cause
it
it's-
for EA.
That's
'cause I
it,
don't
yeah.
think anyone wants to hear
Besides
about
Mass Effect,
or
but we didn't get to see enough. I thought
Nah.
that was cool.
They kind of Mass Effect looked amazing, like just for. I
Yeah.
mean, they didn't really show much, but
Right.
we got to see what our main protagonist looks like.
She looked female and Hispanic. I could be wrong. I don't know, that was just me.
Like I said, we've talked about this in a previous cast. I can't remember the name now, but it's actually based off of another astronaut that was female and everything like that. It's actually based off of her.
Very cool.
I'd have to go back through. I'm on the spot now, so I don't know.
Female protagonist. Keep them coming.
You could probably also do a male as well because Mass Effect.
Yeah,
both.
you could
Right,
choose
yeah. Yep.
either or. Pretty sure,
But-
but just like whenever they say Commander Shepard, you think it's always been main focused on the guy
Yeah,
until
male.
Right, yeah,
they
you think
brought
of
in
him.
Fem Shep, which I
Yeah.
always played Fem Shep anyway. It's funny as hell seeing a female head
I
letter
played
Krogan.
Femship anyways.
Yeah.
That was fine. Oh, man.
And then
yeah,
Ubisoft
EA
is actually Bethesda as well, which they were okay. They
I thought
weren't
Bethesda
really
Bethesda
bad.
did good. Dishonored.
I thought Bethesda was really good.
Like,
I think
Dishonored
they
killed
showed.
it for
I thought
me.
they showed too much of Dishonored. Like they showed.
I
showed
said
like
the whole time
they showed
Dishonored. I
like
didn't wanna
30
move.
minutes of it. I'm like, man, I already know what this looks like. I don't need to
Yeah,
see
but
another
you
30
haven't
minutes.
played. If you played the first one, you'd probably be like
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
like
if you haven't
I
played
already
the
know
first
what
one,
it,
don't even
it's like
say anything, dude,
it's
because
like I already
you're missed out
know.
on a
It's like I already
ridiculous
know.
experience.
It's like I already know how it looks like and plays. Like I don't need to see 30
Right.
minutes of it,
Right.
and I already have it as well. I just haven't ever.
Yeah.
I
Play
haven't
it.
touched it.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
I think he just play the
It's,
PS3 version.
well, it's
Who
because it's
cares?
on PS3, and I don't feel like playing on
Just
PS3.
play it, man.
It's good either way, man. It's a good experience.
Yeah, it's the performance. There was nothing bad with it at all. It ran great, so
Yeah,
it was
You can
good.
go back and play like Okami or something like that. You can
Yeah, then you could.
I know. But
Uh,
there's like no other version, you know, like that's the superior version. I like playing like at least the best possible version.
right,
You know,
like say you want to play the remastered and all that.
yeah.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky and it'll come out for free, or you can go to a GameStop and get it for cheap.
Or maybe they'll have it on sale or something. They did
Yeah.
have it on sale a while back for like $9.99 or something.
Yeah, and it comes with all the DLC and everything, which is really good.
But then I also don't want to like get it because I'm afraid I get stuck because it's a sneaky game.
I
not
know.
good at
you don't
it's
have to be
straightforward,
sneaky.
man. Yeah,
I
you don't
know,
have to
but-
sneak at all.
I know, but like the best, that's the best kind of experience to have
Stealth,
it.
yeah,
Though.
yeah.
You know,
It's
that
fun,
game,
stealthy.
you can go through that entire game without killing a single soul
Yeah. So
if you want. I
Yeah,
actually got that
yeah.
achievement going through that game. I tried to. I went through the whole game killing everybody, and then
Yeah.
went through it without killing a single person.
I
It's worth
didn't
it.
bother even trying that. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Just play it once.
A lot of running.
That's why I went to Godfathers. I remember I fucking played that game and I couldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's great.
That sounded really good. Very good.
Out of the woodwork, though, I was not expecting that random trailer of that guy waking up every morning to turn into prey.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, what the hell?
I predicted Prey 2, but I got just a reimagining of Prey, which is fine. I'd rather see just Prey
It's
on it.
totally different too. It's not
Yeah,
even a remake from this. This is a whole reimagining of Prey.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Yep, that's true. Looks awesome though.
You were like an Indian
I like the first Prey.
at a bar, and then
Yeah.
aliens started
first
abducting
Prey.
people and shit. You're one of the people who got abducted. This is totally different.
Yeah, someone told me, I don't know where they read it, but they said the protagonist from Prey 1 is actually featured in the new one, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. Get a name.
Yeah.
I think she does say his name, like whenever they wake him up every
Right.
morning.
I was so busy during that conference watching wrestling and stuff, so what is he? I seen a little bit on my phone, but isn't he like walking back and forth to the mirror or what's going on? He's like looking at his
He
face.
wakes up every morning. It's like telling him that he's got a meeting with someone, and each morning his eyes are getting like more like bloodshot and everything like that. Something's going on.
One thing we forgot to mention about EA, forgot to mention Fee.
Oh yeah. Fee
Like
does
the
look great.
Fox/Wolf.
Yeah. At first, I thought the dude said Fear. I was like, wait, Fear? What the hell?
Or Fee.
That's not EA.
The way he said, he's like Fee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause his
beautiful
accent.
art style, nice.
Like Spyro or something like that.
In a way, yeah. It looked like you're trying to bring peace to whatever world you're in.
It
it
gave
looks
me
really
like a Limbo / Ori and the Blind Forest vibe is what it kind of gave me.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, you know what? How'd you like all that
enjoyed
Star
that.
Wars stuff they announced? You know what? I gotta say, that in 3 years we will probably all be sick of Star Wars.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Call of Duty. They are shoving Star Wars down our throats.
Oh,
yeah.
just
Star
'cause
Wars
they got
this,
the
Star
new,
Wars
they got
that,
the new
Star Wars this.
franchise and
Yeah.
stuff.
There's so much that we're gonna get burnt out on.
Well,
And
just
we're
think
gonna be
about
like,
it
"Oh,
this
screw
way.
Star Wars."
Just think about it this way. Back in PS2, Xbox, the original Xbox era, we didn't really pay attention to news as much as we do now. So trust me, they probably were shoving it down everyone's throats then, with the Battlefront 2 and all the fucking, what was it, Jedi Knight or Jedi Power Battles. They had all kinds of fucking
Jedi
stuff.
Power Battles.
They
was
did
shit,
have a
man.
lot, yeah.
Yeah, and
Love
so it's probably the same, if not worse than it is now. So it's probably about the same.
You mean to tell me, Garth, you're not going to go, after this podcast, you're not going to go on your PlayStation, or better yet, you're going to do it right now and go download that Star Wars Lego demo right now?
Nah.
Come on, Garth.
No.
Come on.
What?
Come on.
I already know how the game plays. I don't need to like.
What about
play
the
it.
Doom demo?
It's a Lego game.
Nah, I won't play it either.
What about the Doom demo?
Nah, I could wait for the full game. I know how it plays.
How long are you waiting for the full game?
Nah, I don't know. Just eventually. I'm a patient. I'm
Ah.
patient. Remember, look how long I've waited for certain games. I eventually played them. Look, I mean,
So,
it's just like it's
you know
just
what
the
I got?
first
Hold on.
level.
You know what I
already know
gotta
how-
say to that?
It's like I already know how it plays.
You know what I gotta say to that?
Yeah.
It's very sad if you tell me that.
I don't know, like
So
I changed.
you're not gonna
back-
play a demo because you
No.
could just wait for the full game.
Yeah, because you see, the thing is, I'll play demos if I don't know if I like the game or not. If I know if I like the game, I don't need to play the
Yeah, but
the
you
demo.
gotta play the Doom demo, man.
That's not like
God.
that's not the point of demo.
Because then it ruins the experience. If I play that opening scene
right.
in
And
the,
you
in
just
the
just
demo,
creating
and if I
more
play it again in the full game, I'm like, yeah, I already played through this. I don't like this is stupid. You know, like I want to, like I already know how it's like. I trust my instincts. I know how it will be.
What are you doing with that spoon?
I know how it will be.
Oh, can you set it on your nose?
She's got heroin. I rest some
No.
flat. The System of a Down.
No.
You just
Yeah, I
hide,
know
just
what
hide
that
it down
is.
below the camera, and then just hold it there. And then it'll look like it's on your nose.
But no, we got Quake Champions, which
Oh.
looks awesome.
Yeah, Quake Champions
Really
looks
get to
cool.
see any gameplay of
I
it.
want to see game. I want to see gameplay. Yeah,
Same.
I'm sure it'll look very similar to Doom.
I hadn't turned on the conference yet because I was watching the pay-per-view, and I was just
He was
I heard
watching
Quake.
Blood and
Mark was
Nero.
like, fucking Quake. He didn't say anything about what kind of Quake it was. I was like, what? Quake?
Quake Champions.
Did you say Quake? So I had to check.
Yeah, there's no gameplay or anything, but I'm sure
No, just a
it'll be
cinematic
similar.
trailer.
It'll be sort of
Hello,
like
Cat.
games.
Cat's like, fuck you. I don't wanna
Competitive Quake is back. I remember back in the day, I would watch that one show on G4, on Arena.
Oh yeah,
and
Arena.
they would
and
actually
they
play. And they would
They
actually
used to play like
Quake.
all the mech games and shit. Like that was
Yeah.
cool.
They would
Yeah.
actually play like
Unreal
Mech Assault
Tournament.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those are awesome days.
Oh,
man.
hey, by the way, speaking of like old classic, since I mentioned Mech Assault, did you hear that Phantom Dust it's canceled, but they're remastering the original game.
Phantom Dust.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
it was the
it got
original
canceled
Xbox
again.
game.
Didn't it?
the original Xbox game. Yeah, it got canceled, of course, but they're taking that original Xbox game and just keeping that and just remastering that. That's
Oh,
what I heard.
okay. Who was
Yeah.
doing it? The original studio or what?
I don't know. Who's doing it?
I believe it was.
Dallas,
I
do you
believe
know?
it was the original studio.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Because they were
That was
the
a
ones
budget
doing-
title too. That was only
They were
like
the
a
ones
$20
doing
game,
the-
I think, too.
Yeah, they're the ones doing the remake. So if they're still doing that, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was also a game that didn't get shown in any of the streams or whatever, but actually came across a trailer on YouTube called Vampire. And that actually looks really good. It actually looks like the closest thing we'll get to an actual Legacy of Kain series type of game.
Oh, okay.
It actually looks pretty good. You should check that out if you
Vampire?
can. Yeah, Vampire.
I think I might have seen that actually.
What are you doing?
Is he dead? He's spooning.
Vampire.
Oh, here we go.
Vampire
It's
pretty good.
Vampyr.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I might have seen this. Set in London, 1918. I might have seen this.
Did you guys see that little hidden Easter egg in the intro to the Bethesda conference? It was the new.
Oh, on the loading screen.
It was the new Wolfenstein game.
Yeah,
but they didn't announce it.
Wolfenstein.
No Evil Within as well. Which
Yeah,
is
but
I
the
know,
whole
right?
Even
Sadly.
Within thing wasn't really too unpredictable. I didn't think they were gonna show it.
I was
If
hoping.
anything. I was hoping, yeah, because I liked the
Yeah.
first one. The first one was pretty
So
fun.
is Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Holy
been
shit,
talking
you're
about
right.
it
This
and
game
stuff.
looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like it'd be the closest thing we'll get to another Legacy of Kain or like a Blood Omen type of game.
Yeah.
Which,
I like
why
the
did they have to show us 30 minutes of gameplay for a canceled game? That pisses me off.
Yeah. It kind of I get a Bloodborne vibe because he has the pistol or whatever that is,
Mm.
and then whoa, that guy looks like Ethan Mars from Heavy Rain. Yeah, it looks cool as shit, dude. That's awesome.
And everyone already knew this was coming because they leaked it a little bit already. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim remastered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And mods.
Which I never played the
and
original
mod
Skyrim,
support.
so it's exciting.
Yeah, with mod support, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Hell
it's
yeah.
How much?
crazy.
So I read that. I don't know if this was official or not because this was before it got leaked. But like, it said it was $39.99. Do you think that's going to be $39.99?
I hope so.
I think Bethesda's going to be like, we're going to get these fuckers at $59 or $59.99.
They could
I think
sell the
it's
first
$59.
$60, and I'd be okay
Because it
with
comes with because it comes with all the DLC, so they're gonna use that as an excuse. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get these guys.
There really wasn't that much DLC anyway, so it's not that big of a
Yeah.
deal. The
You know what?
mods.
Same for Fallout. Same for Fallout. Did this Nuka-Cola factory for whatever, which
Oh yeah,
pretty cool.
Nuka-Cola, the town
Yeah.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
It looked like a theme park.
that's supposed to be the last Fallout 4 DLC. That's like only 3 DLCs. For all the other games, they did 5. And I'm like, how is this like worth the $50 that you're asking for? Because it's only like 3.
I don't know.
Probably
They
doesn't
said
have
there's but they've already said that there's going to be a lot more out there, especially with like everything's coming. They're probably just going to announce like one wave and then another wave or something.
Not only that, you got to realize that mod support. They're also doing like little stories that people created, so you can go and play those missions and stuff too.
Which those are probably the best things. The mods stories.
Yeah, those are cool.
I like the mods, but I like that you can do your own vault now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
A lot of people are going to be excited for that.
I don't know how intuitive that'll be. It might be confusing to play or whatever, but
that's true.
I would hope that it explains everything well, so I understand it.
Anything else at Bethesda's conference? You guys?
1 second. No, we've already talked about Doom and Fallout having VR, so that was pretty much like the only other thing.
Yeah, they're going to add more DLC and Snap Map stuff to.
New demon and stuff like that, and new multiplayer map.
That seems pretty cool. A lot of adjustments. People say that the multiplayer is pretty broken at the moment. So.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that Elder Scrolls card game? That's game of the year, honestly, right there.
That's gonna do massive, man. That's a lot of money.
That's game of the
year.
Card game.
People love Elder Scrolls.
People love those card games, man. The game's gonna bring in tons of cash. Ubisoft.
Yep.
Straight away in that I didn't even catch it from the beginning, but you
missed Just Dance. That's all you missed.
What about
and they tried to be Katamari Damacy.
Okay, did I miss any Ghost Recon?
Ghost Recon was shown, yes. A lot of Ghost Recon was shown.
A lot of people say they're kind of
30 minutes of it.
That was going to be a little more fun, but some people said that it took itself a little too serious.
It was very serious. It was more strict, like co-op campaign. Nice. It looked fun though.
It looked fun. Okay.
Really fun.
I mean, from what I've seen, I liked, but it just at first I got
the graphics are nice. Now the graphics were nice, more fun.
Like when they're flying in a helicopter, just the way the sun hit like the mountains and everything like that, I was just like, holy shit.
Does it remind you a lot of Far Cry, or is it just straight up?
No.
Okay, good.
Sort of like a Division with its own, but with
in a big desert-esque like Mexico City.
Yeah. Okay, that's better than urban streets, like
with like the mechanics of Division, sort of. I guess. I guess we should though. We shouldn't look at this game, too brightly now. Because it might get downgraded, because Ubisoft has a history. Like we shouldn't appreciate.
That's because they did it to Division, Garth.
Hey, but hey, not only that, hey, I don't think you really have to worry about downgrades. Maybe only on the original PS4 and Xbox One, but
they
the Neo and Scorpio, I don't think you have to worry about. Right. Where did I catch that conference? In the middle of some bullshit. I think it was the VR game. What is it, Flight? Something like that.
Oh, the one with the Eagles?
I did see that last year, PlayStation VR. It looks cool. I actually like the multiplayer aspect.
You want to know what that game made me actually want just by watching what they were playing with? I actually just want them to do a Harry Potter Quidditch type of thing with VR, and I'll be satisfied. I was like, screw this, give me Quidditch, fuck it.
Right, yeah. It's kind of the same thing, in a way.
That's pretty much what it was,
yeah. Flying around. Yeah, I mean, it looked fun, but if you looked at the people playing that were like this,
noises,
they're like...
Those eagles making those noises,
like this.
that would get annoying fast. Hearing constant
oh, look out, man.
It's like playing Assassin's Creed. You're already trying to get ready for the VR experience, Chris?
Yeah, it was just black, though. That's all I was saying. But it was funny because the people were playing, they were actually like colliding.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Look at these guys. Oh, man.
Overall, I think we covered everything, or at least most something. I can't.
We missed a few. We missed 3 other things that were mainly like big for Ubisoft.
There was some big stuff. There's a couple extra things I have
South
to.
Park Fractured.
South Park.
Oh yeah.
Looked great. It's coming out December 6th. That game looks fun as hell.
Yeah.
And if you buy it now, like if you pre-buy it now, you get the first game playable right now.
That's a new thing. You buy the new game, you get the old game.
Like immediately, like you get it like right now. So
Yep.
if you want it, go pre-buy it right now and you'll get it.
You want it? You got it.
And then of course For Honor, that game looks.
Oh
sick.
yeah, man, we've seen so much for that. Like
Sick.
so much footage. That was so
I wasn't
good.
really expecting a actual full-on single-player campaign type of thing.
I thought it was gonna be like
Wasn't really
that
expecting it.
garbage ass game that was on that came out not too long ago. That Civil Warfare game. Remember that game?
So
You know what I'm talking about? That it came out for It came out digitally for consoles a couple months ago. It was like $20. It looks garbage. Like the animations and
I don't
everything
remember
looks so
that.
stiff.
Civil War. I don't remember that for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. I remember even you said like, "Oh, I want to get that" or whatever,
Right.
and then I looked at gameplay. It looked so shit. Like the animations and everything looked so stiff and just didn't look fun at
Yeah.
all.
But they have the Vikings campaign, the Samurai,
The Knights.
the Knights. Yeah. So that's gonna be cool. It's all separate campaigns. And they also
Yeah.
showed one of my
got like-
favorite.
It's got like
What?
a Rise, Son of Rome vibe to
Yeah,
it.
that's what I got. Yeah. One of the things I thought was really fucking cool. I like the Trials games. They had Trials of the Blood Dragon, which I thought was
Lower
pretty
your
cool.
camera, Chris. Yeah, the Trials Blood Dragon. Yeah, the Trials of the Blood Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I thought that
dumb. I mean, it looks fun. Don't get me wrong. It's just like they're like Trials and Blood Dragon made the baby,
Yeah.
and then
It looks neat.
it's available now. Like
Yeah.
as soon as that conference is over, it was already on sale for $15. So
Red Links makes pretty fun games. I like those trial games.
My
And then-
favorite,
You want?
my favorite thing the Ubi showed was Steep.
Steep.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
The
I
last
was-
one I was
I was
gonna get to.
Yeah, at first I was like, I don't know. And then they started getting to some cool shit. I seen one of them grinding the top of this church thing or whatever it was, and he ran into the bell. And he's like, ding,
Yeah.
his body goes flying. I was like, yeah, that was awesome.
I'm surprised you said, I don't know at first, because you like those like snow.
I was
downhill
expecting
games.
the title
I do.
to be. I was expecting it to be amped. I swear. I was like,
Yo,
we're
I
gonna
swear,
amp the
some
game.
idiots,
Let's go.
Right.
some idiots on the stream. I wanted to choke them. Like they were saying, "Oh, SSX. How is it SSX?
No.
EA owns SSX.
No.
Like, come on.
Too realistic
Being
anyway.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, like being ridiculous.
Like I
EA
love the whole
just had their
camera
conference.
aspect. Like you can like
Yeah,
just
cameras
jump
fall down.
off a cliff and everything like that. And everyone's flipping, then you can like take the whole camera and go.
I
From
signed
there
up
to
for
point.
the beta.
The beta. Yeah.
All
Very nice.
ready, so I can't wait to play that.
It's gonna be
Oh,
fun
yeah.
with friends for sure. That'd be.
Wonder
yeah.
how in depth the trick system's gonna be.
It looked like they were pulling off some crazy shit.
I hope they
kinds of
go like the
variations.
skate route. Is what I hope they do.
Yeah, he was
You
talking
know
about
what?
the right
The
stick and
the
stuff like that.
steep
using it
and
for-
like the font of that steep looked sort of like skate, and I was like, oh look, this is the
Yeah.
snowboard game of skate.
Yeah,
but
it's not just
obviously it's a
snowboarding.
different developer. But yeah, still no Skate 4 by the way at E3.
It's never
Yeah,
gonna happen.
Fuck.
Skate's done, sadly. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
we
then
do
they
have
give
us
those
backwards
So
compatibility.
projects.
Ice Bears forever. I bet he's
Right.
pretty.
We still
pretty
have
sad.
project. Fuck, what is that called? Project something. I don't know what the fuck it's called. They got a Kickstarter for it, so project something. Project Session, something like that.
That's cool.
Grind session. PlayStation 1.
Another game we've seen from Ubisoft. There's Grow Home. We got for free PlayStation Plus.
Oh yeah.
finished it. I didn't finish
I want to
Our
play that.
Reflection
That's awesome.
Studios made it. They used to make the driver games. Last year they made Grow Home. That was a pretty cool platformer. I played it for a bit, and now they announced Grow Up.
I beat it. Yeah,
So it
grow up
looks
there. I can't wait to play that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. What else? Did I miss anything else? The Underground DLC trailer for Tom Clancy's The Division, which I didn't seem too interested in. And then we've seen a lot more Watch Dogs, which I don't know what to think about this game.
I didn't care for the first one. Don't care
Right.
for this one.
I mean, it looks more colorful. Looks like there's a lot more fun to be had.
said-
But it's just
I was
something else.
I was underwhelmed.
Yeah.
What made me laugh about Watch Dogs is before the conference started, they were talking just about what's going to be shown, and they're like, "This is the first year Assassin's Creed's not going to be at E3," and I was like, "The movie will be there, I guarantee it." Sure enough, they did, and then I was like, "Plus, they added parkour to Watch Dogs. Assassin's Creed's right there."
Right,
Assassin's
yep.
Creed with guns,
Yeah.
guns and a cell phone.
All of
Yep.
Ubisoft's games have like and I know it's the same company, so it makes sense. But like all of Ubisoft's games have their own type of feel for it. Like, it's an Ubisoft game because it has this mechanic that is familiar with all their other games.
I mean, it did have some cool mechanics to it, though. It did have some pretty cool stuff, like him being able to hack a car to come and make himself
That's
cover
a
for
new
gun
character, huh? It's not the same character.
Right, it's not Aiden Pierce this
You're
time.
actually
So I'm guessing
hacking
Aiden
group.
Pierce must die or something in the first game. That's why.
Well, you're in a different city. That was based in, I think, Chicago.
You're in San Francisco this time.
Oh, okay.
Which looks pretty cool. Outside of Ubisoft, we got Injustice 2, which looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Injustice 2 looked awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Everyone's making fun of Supergirl's face, though.
Oh, are they?
They said she looks like Chucky.
I'll go back and look at that and laugh at it.
Yeah, she does look a little weird. But there's a lot of cool things going on. They're like, why is everybody Iron Man? Because of the way the armor and everything. What that is after every match you play, you get loot drops, and with each loot drop, you get different armor and stuff for your character to customize them the way you want them to look like and stuff like that. It's supposed to have an RPG element to it, but I doubt that's going to cross over to the competitive scene because fighting games are very competitive. And Injustice being another Realms game, it's going to be having its own ESL tournament, I'm sure, making compete for $75,000 a month, all that crap. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a strict single-player thing for the RPG element, and they'll keep the look of everything, the cosmetic look of all the characters, so you can use it in multiplaller.
You think they'll have heavy microtransactions?
No, they never do. It's just DLC characters is probably what it will go. They'll have a DLC pack or something like that. But it's supposed to have the biggest DC roster in any game, so...
Yeah, it looks awesome, though, man.
It does.
Let's see.
We got 6 confirmed characters so far.
6 confirmed?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see something.
I believe it's Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Flash, Supergirl. Oh, wait, no, there's more. Yeah, Supergirl, Gorilla Grodd, and then Atrocitus.
Nice. No, wait, there's more.
That's all they've shown so far. I mean, if you watch the trailer, Aquaman is in a brief part fighting Black Manta, but I think Black Manta is actually either a part of, the story, or he's just a stage transition. Because that was a real big thing in the first Injustice. Why do you keep zooming in on your face? It's like that weird reason.
I was just messing with the camera stuff.
No, it looks cool.
Oh, man. Yeah, Injustice. We got Sherlock Holmes, if you're into that. What was that? Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, and then we got Kingdom Hearts 2.8 final chapter.
Which looks sick.
Awesome, yeah.
That's going to be the fastest way to get your hands on Kingdom Hearts 3, pretty much, at least a feel for it, because the actual 2.8 story, I mean, it comes with Birth by Sleep and a few other games, Dream Drop Distance, I believe, that were PSP and DS games. But the 2.8 story is actually runs the same engine as Kingdom Hearts 3 and will play just like it, so that'll be your easy way to get a feel for it, early anyway.
Yeah, that looks exciting.
Yeah.
Dream Drop Distance was in there. Wasn't that for
DS?
DS.
Yeah, the 3DS. Yeah.
That's cool. And Star Wars: The Force Awakens. If you're into that, like we talked about the Lego, yeah.
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2. Agents of Mayhem from the creators of Saints Row. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Julie, have you seen that at all? Agents of Mayhem.
No, I have not.
It looks like a hero shooter, but with I don't know how many characters there is again, but it's like open world, off the wall, crazy.
Yeah, I saw an article last week actually saying that Saints Row, or the title was like Saints Row completely gave up realism or something like that.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
apparently
Realism in the last
crazy
one,
and-
like completely.
Yeah.
Like, total whack. The last Saints Row.
Saints Row 4. Yeah, well, some people liked it. Some people were just like.
I mean, like
crazy.
it's like totally just like you had superpowers. I mean, the game was
Yeah,
broken
it was
completely,
awful.
but it was fun. Don't get me wrong. One playthrough was really, really fun.
Right.
You didn't. I don't know why they had vehicles in that game. You didn't need them.
Yeah.
You
I
could
don't know.
jump the distance. And everything it's gone.
They also had Styx Shards of Darkness. If you played Styx.
Yeah.
Stealth game. The Walking Dead season 3. I did not check the trailer out.
I didn't either because I don't want to spoil 2. I haven't finished 2 yet.
Mafia 3, which I'm very excited for. Fucking looked awesome. Lego Dimensions looked fucking cool. I was like, okay, cool. They have Ghostbusters coming, Harry
They
Potter.
are throwing so much crazy shit in that game.
I know. I was like, holy shit.
All kinds of stuff. They just kept throwing random characters. Like, what is this game doing?
Don't they have Portal?
All kinds of stuff.
They have Portal.
Yeah.
Portal World. That's pretty. Yeah, they're much cool. They have the Simpsons.
That's exciting.
And Sonic got announced too at the end of the trailer. So Sonic's in there.
It just kept going. They just kept throwing all kinds of random people in there. Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Lots from Goonies. And
I guess Ghostbusters will have like 6-level story campaign or something in there. Yeah, it looks crazy. It looks kind of cool though. It might be something I'm interested in. I don't play too many Lego games.
Kind of wish it was the original Ghostbusters instead of the new ones.
Right. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I heard early reviews for that film is getting praised. So.
Really? I just see the trailer and I cringe every time just because.
Yeah. That's what some of the reviewers are saying, and then they watched the movie and they ended up liking it. So.
It looks like it'll be funny, but I don't think I'll pay money to go see it. I'll wait for it to like come out on so I can stream it or something. I don't know.
This isn't a spoiler because it's been everywhere. You mean I'm surprised you haven't seen it, but Bill Murray is in the movie.
Yeah. I think the best thing about that movie coming out is that High-C Ecto Cooler's back. That's like the best thing I think that happened with that. If you go to Cinemark, if you didn't know, they actually sell Ecto Cooler there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I actually we went and seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I saw a sign for it. I was like, oh hey.
Oh, nice. I keep seeing see TMNT. What did you think of it?
It was great, man.
I was hoping to hear something like that, especially from you, because I know me and you like TMNT.
The last one I hated so much. Right. I love the Turtles, but you only seen them a quarter of the movie.
Right, yeah.
And then the rest was Megan Fox. They totally turned the tables. You see like 10% Megan Fox, the rest 90% Turtles, which is just great. It was really good.
They totally turned the tables.
Totally awesome.
Got it.
Yeah, it was great. Worth going to see, and if you haven't, do it.
I'll have to remember that. I want to see it. Veronica's like, I don't know. People saying it's bad. I'm not worried about the reviews.
If you're a Turtles fan, go see it. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I love the new reimagining of the Turtles. I think they look great. I mean,
only thing I don't like is the only one. He's the only one I don't like face wise. His face looks so goofy, but personality they nailed it. For every character, they nailed it.
Yeah, Mikey, his face does look a little.
Yeah, it looks a little weird, but he's supposed to be the goofy one, so it makes sense.
Well, shit. Anything else from E3? I think we pretty much...
all the big things we pretty much went over, at least mentioned.
Check out Sony's conference. It's really good. It's just like trailer to trailer. It's a little different. But I love it.
One thing that bugged me during every conference was whoever was controlling like what camera switch to what was pissing me off, because they would start showing a trailer and then it would zoom out to the crowd. I'm like, stop doing it, please! And then they'd always do it whenever they showed the release date. I'm like, damn it, stop doing it! I can't read the release date.
Yeah, especially like Dead Rising. I was trying to like, oh, fuck yeah! As soon as they showed like a little bit of the mall,
snow coming in the crowd. No one cares.
Cool, that's cool for them. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm at home. I'm not getting cool confetti snow.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bullshit, come on, get your shit together.
So. But
Is anyone gonna get up tomorrow for the Zelda Nintendo's thing?
I do want to see Zelda. So
they already said it's supposed to be like nothing but Zelda, pretty much.
Right. I seen a link today, supposedly that you.
How can they have a conference for just one thing? That's kind of weird.
Fucking Zelda.
It's just their main focus. Whether that's just the new Zelda game or there's going to be multiple Zelda games, I don't know.
Right.
But you know they're going to throw something else out there. Like I think there's a new Harvest Moon or something like that.
Mario Party 30.
Something like that. Mario.
The Wii U.
Mario Run.
Speaking of Mario Party, we haven't had one Mario Party game for the Wii U. They could do something.
Yeah, there was.
It was horrible. Yeah.
What was it called?
Mario
Party something. I don't know, but I know there is one because
I watched. I don't even remember it.
No, there is one.
I'll look it up right now.
Giant Bomb guys play it all the time on their live streams.
Yeah.
I don't know which one.
Wasn't it Mario Party 7?
It might have actually been.
It's Mario Party 10, to be honest. I think it's...
I think it was 10. I think you're right. It was 10. I don't even
remember. I used to upsell it all the time at GameStop. Why can't I remember?
It has. Yeah, it was Mario Party 10. Yeah.
Okay.
And it had Bowser in it and everything like that. And they actually cut a lot of that doesn't have as many mini games as they used to. You can actually play an entire game with your friends on there and not play one single mini game. There's a chance of that happening. And I was like, that's what Mario Party is. Mini games. No one really cares about the board game. That just adds to, who wins, whatever. But
yeah,
the mini games is what made Mario Party Mario Party. That's what made it fun.
Yep. Bullshit, man. Yeah, but apparently you can switch genders. That's a rumor. For Zelda, you can play female or male.
Yeah, that was.
So you can be a male Link, female Link.
It's supposed to be co-op too, or something like that. At least capable of co-op.
That'd be cool. I'm guessing something with the Wiimote and the control or the tablet. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll see tomorrow if they give us any info on that, or see if they show off the NX at all.
They might give some sort of hint. We'll see what happens.
Perhaps.
We'll see what happens. But I think that's pretty much it. I think we got everything.
It's a wrap.
Pretty much. I'm probably overall, if I had to rate this, it'd probably say an underwhelming E3, but Sony's conference really
underwhelming.
It. Yeah, underwhelming. It wasn't really like Ubisoft.
That cat is offended. Stare in the eyes of that cat.
Like Ubisoft was okay. It was fine. I didn't have a problem with Ubisoft. Said that much.
Look at it.
Bethesda's was all right, and then EA was just like it was EA. And then Microsoft was a letdown, and then so Sony kind of elevated it like, oh man, look at all these awesome stuff.
Oh, of course Sony did. Of course Sony did for Garth.
Sony did do good, but
nothing
Microsoft
else mattered but Sony for Garth.
I seen Microsoft's conference and I was like, this can't be beaten.
Scalebound would be cool if it was on PlayStation.
No, Scalebound is cool.
I just don't like Scalebound.
God, everything was boring except PlayStation.
I like all the stuff. I like all the. I like reports.
It's singular, not plural.
And Scalebound are like my two favorite ones that they showed.
No, man. I thought seriously nobody could beat Microsoft's conference. I was like, no, especially with the Scorpio stuff. I was like, no, it's.
Let's say it this way, Garth. Microsoft's conference was good if you had an Xbox.
Yeah.
Or a Windows.
I was happy with it.
Yeah,
I was
actually great.
There's a few disappointments with Xbox.
If I would have had an
Xbox,
I would have wanted more IPs. More new.
Yeah, there's a lot
IPs.
coming, man. You got ReCore coming this year. You got Forza Horizon 3 coming this year, and then you got plenty of third parties. You got Gears of War 4 coming this year.
I want to know what your thought is on this, guys. People are thinking that Microsoft made a really bad move with doing this whole crossplay thing. Like if you buy it on one thing, you get it on another. Right. Mainly because they're saying Microsoft's getting rid of all of their IPs. I don't think it's necessarily that. I just think it's Windows, it's Microsoft as well. I mean, they're still keeping it within their family anyway. It's not like they're like, here, PlayStation.
To me, it makes the Xbox feel less special. Like, oh man, you could only get this on Xbox.
Well, but do you think the same thing, Garth, when a lot of third-party titles, or just not third-party, but second-party titles are on PC as well with PlayStation?
Yeah. Like it makes the game feel like less special. Like, oh, you can only play this on PlayStation.
Yeah, but it's
but you can only
so
also
fucked
play it
up
on.
just to have it on one place.
I think it's very generous of Microsoft, to be honest.
They
don't have to do that.
I never expected them to do that.
But that's what sells consoles is exclusives, though.
Yeah, but that's what also sells Windows 10.
But they're giving two games in one.
That's like the most important thing to a console is its games.
Yeah, that's true, but that's also
you could technically give someone else your computer code.
Right, yeah, and then play with your friend. But they're also trying to revamp Windows 10 and compete with Steam, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. But they're trying to do something, separate themselves. Mm-hmm. Like, they have Gears of War 4 coming on there. They have Quantum Break on there now, which you can buy. Tomb Raider on there. You can buy. Those are massive AAA titles that are going to be on the Windows Store.
I just don't agree with that decision that they made. I just wish they could have.
Right. Yeah, everybody's different in opinions.
Because PC guys. Because think about it. This would get PC guys possibly to get an Xbox. Like, oh, I got to get an Xbox to play this or play that. Because it doesn't. Say, yes, Microsoft makes money both ways, but they won't be so far behind in the race for PlayStation. Because they are a little bit far behind right now. If they made it exclusive only, they would, I'm not saying they would overtake PlayStation, but they would get a lot closer than they are now. I mean, I think that it would make the console feel more valuable and special. Like, hey, look at all these games you could only play on this console.
Well, okay. I think Microsoft is kind of, I don't think they're necessarily bumping heads. I think they're more like in separate quarters. I see Microsoft doing their own thing, separate from Sony, which is great because you see someone doing their own thing, kind of separates them from the pack. Like
Yeah.
Microsoft has their PC cross-platform stuff. Sony does it too, but not like Xbox is doing it with Windows 10. I think that's really fucking cool. Me having a Windows 10 PC makes me interested. Like, okay, that's awesome. That's like double dipping for me. So that if I buy a game on Xbox, I can play it on Windows. That's
It's
fucking cool.
actually it's actually not only making Microsoft more money either. It's making the developers themselves more money. Like Killer Instinct, for instance, they only had like 2.5 mil people playing when, or maybe not even that, whenever it was just on Xbox. They brought it to Windows 10, and there's like 6 to 7 million people now. It jumped so much just because of that alone, because of that crossplay thing that's going on.
True.
And now they're going to start doing it with more games. It's only means that more people are going to have access to this game, meaning more money is going to be spent. So
it would
in the long
definitely.
run,
I
it's gonna be
mean,
better.
it would definitely. I mean, it would definitely make the games sell better, like the games. But like hardware-wise, like the console, it would. They wouldn't really. They sell as much, but it would make the games sell fine. Absolutely, because they would have two platforms. They could sell. Like, say, if they sell 1 million on PC and Xbox, that's 2 million copies right there. You know.
Yeah. That's very true.
That's the plus side to that, but yeah.
I don't know. I think they're going two separate routes, and for me, I think it's a win-win if you have both. So right now, like Sony, yeah, they're doing their exclusive thing, and they have great exclusives. I mean, not necessarily not all of them are out right now. Some of them didn't even get release dates, but the ones we do have, like Uncharted, and then you also got No Man's Sky and stuff like that coming out. You can't get that anywhere else. I mean, yeah, No Man's Sky is going to be on PC as well. So I mean,
I know, but Sony still has a lot of others that are only for the console. It's okay to have a couple, which is that's exceptional, but not like every single one.
Right.
That's
and
like
they do have backwards compatibility, which is great. So I love being able to just go on there and play some of my 360 games.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, anything else you guys want to debate about like that?
I don't know. I think we covered really a lot.
Yeah,
everything.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Pretty much did. Anything that was announced so far, anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Well, shit, E3 2016 is pretty much come to a close, except Nintendo tomorrow. Anything else tomorrow that are going? I'm sure they're going to show more stuff.
I think there's some other third-party stuff.
Yeah, we'll probably see some more VR stuff as well. Maybe some Vita stuff. Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see. I'm praying and crossing my
Vita
fingers.
stuff, yeah.
We'll have to wait till Gamescom, most likely, or Paris Games Week. So, but fucking E3 is still closed for us, for me, anyways. I am not really looking forward to too much else besides checking out some gameplay and stuff like that. So, I guess let's shut this down and go play some video games.
And stay tuned for PlayStation&Pizza later this week with me and Chris.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe do that tomorrow.
I got a great. I got a great topic for me and you to talk about.
What is that? What would
this
that be?
week? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna wait till we do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not even gonna tell Dallas and Julie. I'm just gonna wait.
You know what a tease? You guys are more than welcome to join us on there if you want to as well. Anytime. Shit, let's get out of here. Dallas, where can we plug your social media, and what plastic game boxes do you have?
All right, well, you can find me on PlayStation and Xbox One at Yokozuna666, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter at YokuHXE, and also on Steam at YokuHXE.
Very lovely. Garth, what about you? Where can they find you on social media and your plastic game box?
SpongeBob for everything. Yeah.
Everything, all social media, everywhere. Pornhub, you
everything. Yeah, pretty much.
Grinder.
Yeah.
All right, Julia.
Xbox, PlayStation, I am fairly rad. Instagram is Mama Delgato. Facebook is my name. That's
Facebook
it.
Is my name. Facebook is her game.
All
right. If you want to find me on PSN, I am XKillX on X. On the Xbox, I am Deadly Hellgas. That's Deadly HELGHAST. Same thing on Steam. We also have a group over there. It's GamerCade Nation. You guys can go join our little Steam group. Same thing on PlayStation communities. It's GamerCade. You guys search for that in the search bar on communities. Find us. Become a member. On the Xbox, when they start little groups and stuff like that, maybe we can make something like that, or make some kind of group or something, and name it something cool. And you guys can join us over there. But you guys know the conversation does not have to end here. You guys go over to Facebook page, facebook.com/group/GamerCade. It's a little trademark on it. Twitter, I've been spamming the shit out of all kinds of gaming stuff and news, so if you don't want to miss out on anything, you guys can go over there. Same with YouTube. You can find our podcast every week over there. If you just want to go on YouTube, it's more convenient for you. If you want all podcast services around the world, you guys can check out our podcast, iTunes, Google Play now, pretty much everything. Podomatic, you name it. You just go, whatever you listen to, search for us, and we should be there. So rate, download, subscribe, all that good stuff while you are there. That would mean a lot to us. For one-stop shop, everything of GamerCade, you find out what's going on, everything in general podcast, whatever, it's gamercade.squarespace.com. Until next time, guys, game on.
Game on!
That was fun.
Yeah.
It went on a lot longer than I thought it was.
Oh, we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Still recording.
Yeah.
No, we're not. You guys are good to say anything like racial, whatever you guys want to.
Fuck shit!
No, I'm kidding. We're still recording.
Anything
All right, guys,
racial.
have a good one.
Bye.